All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Full Frontal Investigation. I will be your host, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. And today, what we're going to talk about is David E. Taylor being very sick. Okay. And we're also going to talk about this 5-year shutaway. Okay. Because this shutaway thing that David's offering everybody and pitching to all of his cult members, oh, I'm in shutaway with Jesus. He needs me. Jesus needs me because you know what? He's too busy and he needs Apostle Taylor, okay? He needs the David. He needs the David enormous, okay? So good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Staying warm for sure. We're gonna talk about David today being sick and the irrelevance really of this biblical shutaway, because there's no such thing, David, as this shutaway that you're so preaching for I've been in biblical shutaway for 5 years now, okay? Because God needs me, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna lose. God isn't gonna take care of me. So, David, this whole shutaway thing, it's fake. Anybody who's believing David that he's in shutaway, he's lying. He's very sick, and this is what we're talking about today, okay? Because David is sick. All right, based on his credit report from about 20, he took some trips to the ER, okay? Which is real important, because if David is an apostle, right? If he's an apostle, he should be able to heal himself, right? But he can't even take care of his own health problems. But yet he can heal people with cancer and all these really rare sicknesses, but he can't take care of himself, right? So David, anybody who's just tuning in, see Chuck, got Donna in here. Good morning, guys. Anybody else just tuning in? Good morning. David E. Boyer D. Yeah, for Shutaway 2025. Yeah, David E. Norman's for Shutaway 2025. This Shutaway, there's David. How are you expecting to go out and do the Amway theater, the Amway arena, do the Cancer Crusade, do all these outreach programs when you're not even showing your face to your fucking people, David? Really, you expect, David? This is why you're in the position you're in, is because you expected everybody to believe your bullshit, except us. Okay, you were expecting everybody to believe you except us, and we don't believe you, David. This whole tax scam that you're running, I mean, I'm trying to think about it, okay? Now, based on the IRS for Kingdom of God Global Church, your receipts are supposed to total $50,000 a year, okay? Or less. But yet you spent about fucking $20 million worth of fucking real estate in the last 4. So something isn't computing here, David. Something doesn't compute here with the money. It doesn't make sense with how you're buying all this real estate, right? So anybody just tuning in, hit that like and subscribe if you're new. We're talking about so-called David E. Taylor, right? He's a so-called apostle, right? But what he's doing is claiming he's in Shutaway with Jesus, all at the same time while running a big fucking scam. He won't show his face or come out and preach to his members unless it's about money, okay? So for the time being, hey, Rachel, good morning. How you doing today? So for the time being, David, we'll see maybe 2 or 3 times a year now, okay? Again, because Chuck, if his health doesn't get him first, right? Exactly. If his health doesn't get him first, then hopefully the police will get him. I mean, he's already had one exemption revoked, and that's a big deal. But he's all, oh, don't worry, we have another one. Hey, just go ahead and still give your money to us because we'll take care of it. And they're even still fucking trying to get people to give money to the fire. It's fucking ridiculous, saying, hey, donate your money to us because there's people out there that need money. No, the fuck they don't. It's being taken care of. Yeah, there are insurance companies that drop some people from their policies, but David, as far as people needing money out there, they don't fucking need your fat ass out there doing anything. Yeah, it's cold today, man. It's MLK Day. It's cold. It's cold here in Texas, man. I woke up to 28 degrees, man. It's fucking cold here. So anybody who's just getting in, hit that like and subscribe if you're new. We're talking about this cult leader named David Taylor today. Claims to be, he's lying about Shutaway. Okay, this whole thing about Shutaway. Yeah, David. Okay, you expect us to believe you're in Shutaway? No, David's hiding. Okay, he's pissed off a lot of people. He's burned a lot of people, burned a lot of bridges, fucked over a lot of people. He's probably got creditors looking after him. Now that the case down in Florida is being taken care of, he's most likely going to have some law enforcement looking after him. Yeah, but you know what? Josh is too much of a fucking asshole, Chuck, to make it work. He's too much of an idiot. I don't think that Josh will ever be able to make it work. I really don't, man. I don't. I don't think Josh has the charisma nor the fortitude to do it. He's too fucking dumb. Look at him. You see a picture of Josh and he's just like, dude's uneducated as fuck, man. Doesn't have any college degree. He's out of high school and his education is his dad's doctrine, man. Imagine your dad being the biggest piece of shit on the internet, and that's who you've been trained and taught by, and yeah. Hit that like, man. Morning, everybody. Hey, City by the Bay. Good morning. Good morning, 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 morning. Hit that like if you're new. Unless you're just one of the fucking trolls sitting on the back end, David. If you're sitting there, you fucking fat fuck. Let me tell you something. Michelle's banging Josh too. Yeah, why wouldn't she? Exactly. Michelle will fuck anything with a hole in a heartbeat, dude. Michelle, that's coming from firsthand sources that Michelle's a slut. She'll fuck anybody. She will. Yeah, he's next in line. Why not? Keeping it in the family, bro. Yeah, keep it real, dude. Keep it all in the family. So why not? Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she? Along with any other woman in that cult, why wouldn't they want to be with Josh? Because, hey, guess what? That's the dude with all the money. They're gonna go to him naturally, I would think. But Josh is a degenerate, just like his fucking dad, man. His dad's a piece. Josh is a piece of shit too. No better than his dad. He's sick. City by the Bay. Nah, he's sick. That's what we're talking about. This 5-year shutaway. Because he's sick, dude. He's sick. There's no way to fucking slice it. Because when you look at his credit report, you look at his outward appearance. Why he's in shutaway? Because he's sick. Okay, that's why we don't see him. He's been around recently. But it's very rare now because of his piss poor health condition. David's in the shittiest fucking health he's probably ever been in his life. Horrible. Dude's cholesterol is probably fucking sky high. He's not fucking eating a healthy diet. That's for goddamn sure. We know that. He's not working out. So David, being the fucking degenerate that he is, it's heart failure. I think he's got a heart condition, man. I do. I think it's heart because based off his credit report, man, he was in Durham County, which is North Carolina, and I found out from a few people that no, it's gonna be something with his heart, dude. Yep. Most likely high cholesterol, diabetic, heart condition, ticking time bomb, basically. Dude's heart's got to be it's probably just surrounded by fucking fat and just visceral fat clogged up. Catch it? Like David is one Big Mac away from having a fucking major coronary. Truly. Yeah, pork sweats. Fucking, he's sweating out the pork rinds, man. That's what David sweats is pork rinds. He doesn't sweat out like sweat. It's pork rinds. Yeah, he'll sweat out fucking pork rinds, man. But it's gonna be. I don't think he's got cancer. It's gonna be diabetes, high cholesterol, bad triglycerides, clogged arteries, arteriosclerosis, shit like that, right? Hardening of the arteries. That's what David's suffering from. Yeah, Rachel, I don't think that can happen. It is. It's like God literally turned David E. Taylor into a fucking glutton. He's like, you're gonna be a fat fucking slobby piece of shit for all the shit you've done. And that's where we're at with David. Him being in Shutaway, this whole Shutaway thing. You guys, anybody who's just following him, it's all about David. It's all about David. He doesn't care anything about anybody in his cult. Hey, Gage, thanks for stopping in and giving me the view, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Nah, but Pastor Nate's a douchebag too. I'm not cursing, by the way. Just so you know, I'm cussing. So appreciate you being in here, Gage. Thanks you. We're talking about cult leader David E. Taylor and how he's just a degenerate piece of shit. And it's people like you that come in here and say, oh, quit cursing, demon. He's got the demon of cursing. I'll say, dude, I'll cuss all I want, dude. I'm not inciting violence. If you don't like it, you can go. I don't force you to be here. You're probably just sitting there scrolling through the fucking shorts, right? Right? Am I right, Gage? Am I right? You're just sitting there scrolling through their. Okay, have me arrested. How are you gonna have me arrested? Get the fuck off my channel. It's probably some little kid. It's probably some little fucking kid just scrolling through the fucking YouTube shorts with his fucking dick in his hand, saying, "Oh, he's cussing. He's cursing. Stop cursing. I'm gonna have you arrested. You better stop that." Your daddy owns YouTube. Yeah, okay. I know. Arrested for free speech. Yeah. Apparently this kid doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. My daddy owns YouTube. My daddy. My daddy owns YouTube. Fuck off my channel, dude. But I mean, it's cool that you're here because you know what, Gage, you actually helped me. So don't block him. Just let him stay. Because you actually helped me by commenting. Yeah. So by all means, stay, Gage. It really does. You help the channel by staying and commenting. Either way. My daddy owns the internet. Anyways, back to David. So, like City by the Bay is saying, karma's a motherfucker, man. They are. Karma's a bitch. And with David, look at him. He can't even walk anymore, you guys. The last time we said something about David not being fucking animated, he came up on stage and started jumping around. And then he got winded within like 30 seconds and he had to stop and sit down. Because that's David's life now. David can only manage a space of probably a 10 by 10 room. He can't manage much more than that, you guys. Again, because of fucking how sick he is. Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding, City by the Bay. There was one video we did, and I had said something about David, like he couldn't even become animated anymore because he's so unhealthy. Then he had to get up on stage and fucking jump around like he was all fucking healthy and shit. And you could see that he got winded. You could see that he got winded. He got winded quicker than a fucking chain smoker, man. His body can't handle the weight anymore. David can't handle the weight. David's body's like, hey, man, take a back seat here. Can we just take a rest? In a sense, I feel kind of bad for David because he's just become such a degenerate, man. He's such a fucking slob now that that's why we don't see him. They won't even show his bottom half anymore because he's so fucking huge. They won't show his legs because one of his legs is the size of my fucking chest. Is like the entire circumference of my upper body. He's a blimp. And that's all because everybody's always told him he's right, or no, you look fine, or that looks great on you. And now he's resorted to just fucking Nike tracksuits and sweatpants now because he can't fit in his Louis Vuitton shirts anymore. I mean, David, is this how you envisioned your great movement? You hiding and calling it Shutaway? Really, David? Who's buying this in his cult? Hey, Octolubes, good morning. I know. If David actually became a comedian, people would probably actually like him. Exactly. People would actually like him. Good morning, Octolubes. We're talking David E. Taylor, how he's sick, and the lies about 5 years of Shutaway. Because it's all a lie. It's all a lie. And anybody that believes David that's in Shutaway, I'll talk to you about it. You guys want to talk about it? Any cult members that are following David that think he's in Shutaway, let me tell you something. He's not in Shutaway. He's hiding. Shutaway is just his way of saying, I don't need to interact with all my members. Because he doesn't. He doesn't have to. He could sit behind the fucking computer screen and just give a sermon there and everything's good. And everybody's like, oh, there's the apostle. But everything now with David is all reruns or just reruns of reruns of reruns. That's what you get from David Taylor now. Yeah, and he should have. That fucking degenerate piece of shit should have became a comedian. He probably would have done okay. I mean, imagine David as a comedian. Imagine David as a fucking comedian. Could you imagine David up there saying, "God's gonna get you, Rich Holmes. You a pussy." He needs his givers to gift him. Hey, Rachel Bone, but David has gyms. He doesn't need a gym membership. He's got a gym at the hotel. Yeah, when he gaslights about his view counts, he's like, oh, we had billions of people watching our fucking show. Yeah, right, David, we only got fucking 5,000 views. Fuck out of here. Oh, it was in billions of households. Okay, well, I only got 10,000 views, David. Yeah. Millions of people watch me. Well, David, based off your channel, let's take a peek here, David. Let me look at your numbers right quick, okay? David E. Failure. David, if you have millions of people watching you, why do you only have 3 million views? Octoloops, nope. It's not, has nothing to do with David. Let me tell you something. Octoloops, it has nothing to do with David. David's just a fucking, he thrives on other people's destruction. That's David in a nutshell. That's because what's one thing people die of? Cancer or fucking car accidents. Oh, you're gonna die of cancer. You're gonna die of a car accident. Okay, that pretty common in America. Anywhere in the fucking world you go, you can die of cancer or a car accident. Okay, and for David to do that has nothing to do with him. I want everybody to be real clear that if David is threatening you with life harm and death, let me tell you what, that's a fucking fear tactic to scare people. David has nothing to do with anybody else's salvation except his own fucking fat ass, okay? Let's be real clear about that. I'm not even Christian and I can sit here and tell people that you are in charge of your own salvation, not some fat fuck Harvey Weinstein wannabe motherfucker calling himself an apostle named David E. Taylor. He is not in charge of your salvation. He does not control how you live or die. You need to wake the fuck up, people, and stop believing what that asshole's telling you. Fucking bullshit for Dave to say, oh, you're going to get cancer. You know what, David? Well, you're going to get fucking high cholesterol. And you know what's going to probably happen to you? You know how you're probably going to fucking die, David? Let me tell you something. High cholesterol, heart attack, stroke, fucking cardiac arrest, brain aneurysm. Take your fucking pick, David. Take your fucking pick. Oh, car accident? Yeah, you could probably die in one of those too, David. Probably, David. Chances are fucking highly likely. Because you know what? You're more likely to die in a car accident and get stung by a bee than attacked by a fucking shark or get in a plane crash, okay? David, you're fucking dumb. All right? Truth, David. You want to hear some real fucking truth? Let's talk about the possibilities of David, okay? Since he's so apt on telling people how they're going to fucking die if they leave his cult. Well, you know what, David? Based off your credit report, you've been to the heart doctor, which means you've either had a heart attack, really fucking close to, either got COVID and almost fucking died, and you hit everything from your entire fucking cult, right? You hit everything from your entire cult saying, "Oh, I'm not sick," but you, David, let me tell you something. You look like shit. All right, when you came out of that fucking Shutaway saying, "I'm not on deathbed," yeah, David, you're on your way to fucking hell, dude. And I don't, you know what? It's not my place to judge whether or not you're going to hell, David. But I would like to think if there is a hell, that there's a special place for you. There really is. I hope that it's like little Nicky where Satan shoves a pineapple up your ass every day and you're dressed in a little fucking maid outfit like fucking Hitler. Yeah. Yeah. I know David would get attacked by a great white shark, but that shark's racist. It's fucking white and it attacked a black man, okay? It's a great white. Great white attacks a black man. He would make it all a racist. Yeah. So yeah, the reason again, everybody's wondering where David is, why we don't see him. Well, it's because David's very sick, you guys. And he doesn't want us to know that. He doesn't want us to know that. Not only that, he's got multiple lawsuits looming. He's got 3 liens on one house. He's got a loan plus 2 liens. What else does he got going here? I mean, the liens in the houses are just, I mean, they're really the least of David's problems right now. The least of David's problems are these houses, the cars, everything. The bigger problem for David is the tax money, where it's going, who's getting it to him, who's paying him, where the money's going. I mean, David, how do you expect? Need a gym. Man claims he's able to hyper jump, whatever the fuck that is. Surely he can miracle some carbohydrates off his chunky ass. Right, Chuck? Exactly. Chuck's got a good point. David, why don't you miracle some carbohydrates off your ass, man? He's all, well, because it just doesn't work like that, Chuck Wood. God doesn't work in mysterious ways like that, okay? You got a good point, Chuck. Just fucking take some carbs off of him, right? David's all, because God doesn't work in ways like that, all right? I've tried, David's all, I've tried, but you know what? The Blue Man pills along with the Big Macs, they're not working, everybody, okay? Yeah. Hyper jump, dude. The man that claims he can hyper jump walk on waters, the Moses of our generation, is claiming to be in Shutaway for 5 years because he's sick. Okay. Okay. David, I'll bite. But I still don't believe you. I don't believe anything you tell anybody anymore, David. I mean, where are you, man? You're just hiding. That's it. And we did it, David. And guess what? Let me tell you something, David. When you have to crack that tax bill this year too on the property down in Florida, guess what? It's our fault that you have to do that. Okay. I just want you to know that, David. That's our fault. That's our fault. And I'm sure you bitched and complained and fucking moaned about, oh, well, I'm an apostle and you guys need to give me the tax exemption and we're a church. And Kenneth Copeland's a fucking demon. That guy's a piece of shit, man. Ken is trash, man. He's all, we just couldn't help but buy that plane from Tyler Perry. He gave it to us. It was such a good deal. We just couldn't help but, we just couldn't help but to buy it from him. He's all, it was just so cheap. I mean, in all fairness, Kenneth does have his pilot's license, but yeah. Yeah, she's got Catherine Crick eyes. God, yeah, I don't even want to talk about Catherine. Jesus Christ, man. My God. What a mess. Hey, half a dozen Davies. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Chuck Wood. Appreciate the seed. Thank you, thank you. I don't have my seed bell or else I'd ring it for you. Hit that like unless you're one of David's trolls. David, are you here with me, big boy? David, what do you have left, man? What do you got left to run your cult into the ground with? The Convoy of Miracles? The Con? Yeah, I wouldn't want him to be the pilot if I was flying. That's for sure, right? Right? I wouldn't want Kenneth Copeland flying. I mean, he's still around, so he must be a pretty decent pilot. He must be a pretty decent pilot if he's still around. So, but yeah, personally, I don't think I'd want to fly with that piece of shit. I'd probably be throwing him out of the plane. That's the kind of piece of shit Kenneth is, man. That's the kind of piece of shit Kenneth Copeland is. You'd want to throw him out of the plane. And ultimately, that's what Catherine Crick wants with all of this. All these demon slayers, they all want this private jet status because that's saying something about yourself. Like, you're flying a private jet, your ends are meeting like a motherfucker. Okay. Oh, you're being sworn in. Uncle Jake. Yeah, I got that one, Rachel. Yeah. Kenneth Copeland's something else, man. All these fucking prosperity gimps, man. All these prosperity gimps that you see on social media calling themselves apostles, they want a private jet. Yeah. Catherine, shit. Yeah, Ken's old. Yeah, no, he's apparently going to live until he's 120, okay? So he's got another 30 years, apparently. Like, dude's going to fucking outlive me, apparently, okay? But no, I think Kenneth Copeland's on his way out, too, because apparently his wife has dementia, so... And I don't wish that on anybody, man. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, but... Kenneth Copeland being who he is, he figured he'd be able to take care of his wife, Gloria, but I don't think he's doing a very good job of it. So anybody's just tuning in, welcome. My name is Rich Holmes. We're talking about David E. Taylor and how he's very sick and the lies about his 5-year shutaway. Shutaway, okay? Because this shutaway, there's nothing biblical about it. Not at all. There's nothing in the Bible. Yeah. There's nothing in the Bible about shutaway that says David needs to be in there for 5 years because he needs to spend time with Jesus. Moses spent 40 days and 40 nights? But that was it. And it's like David's trying to outdo Moses. He's like, well, I'm the Moses of this generation and I outdo everybody, okay? Even my cholesterol levels outdo it, okay? 69 Olds tornado painted sky blue. Yeah. I mean, Daniel Adams, that's what he wants too, Uncle Jake. He's wanting that private jet status, and he's thinking buying a bunch of YouTube subscribers is going to work, and it's not going to. And I think he's actually stopped buying subscribers, man. I think he's actually stopped buying subscribers because I haven't seen him buy much lately. He's kind of hovered around 1.1 million right now, like 1,140,000 or something like that. So he's managed to stay at the same spot for a while now. And a lot of people are commenting on shorts about Daniel too. I've offered to interview any of these guys. Come on my channel. I've offered to go on their channels, but no, they'll never have me. Oh, dude, I've asked to interview David. We told him, we're like, hey, bro, we'll pay you $1,000 for an hour of your time. Come do an interview. But we ask the questions and you answer them. He won't do it because he doesn't control the narrative, just like Cockboy Daniel. Oh, look, he bought another 10,000 subscribers. What a fucking loser. It's like some videos get 31,000, some get 5, some get 6. His analytics are all over the place. Yeah. Now we've offered to pay him. We've offered to pay Dick Boy Daniel. We've offered to pay any of these fucking idiots, man. And they just say no. And Daniel shit is all... Daniel, you're clickbaity as fuck, dude. You're like... all your fucking thumbnails like... Come on, Daniel. I don't know how your wife wakes up to you in the morning, man. I bet she fucking doesn't even like roll over and tell you good morning because she can't stand to fucking look at you. You do, when you look at Daniel's videos, all his shit's just real clickbaity and it's just real AI kind of generated shit, you know? Like there's really no thought process into Daniel's content. It's just he fucking throws up these AI generated thumbnails, like... And you really look at his fucking channel. Go to his channel and you see all his face. It's like multiple same poses. Yeah. Military lets David fly for free, but only as a ballast to balance the cargo. No airline makes a seat that can accommodate his cellulite booty anyway. Yeah, I should start doing like AI generated fucking images. But I don't like doing that shit, man, because it's clickbaity. It is. When you look at Daniel's shit, you go to his channel and it's just clickbaity. Like he's got like that's what Daniel is. He's clickbait. He's clickbait. He's got like he's sitting up here with some fucking scammer from South America too, or South Africa, and he's like, oh, Leon Dupree's, he's the prophet of South Africa. Are you serving a fake prophet? And Daniel calls himself a prophet, and here he's like, last I checked, there were no more prophets, man. And all these guys coming out to claim to be a prophet, question them. Let's see what Dick Boy Daniel says.
Got a great topic for us all today. You know, on my most recent teaching, I talked about Simon the sorcerers, which would be considered like false prophets or false people, right? But today I want to teach on something a little bit different. I want to talk about fake prophets or fake Christians. Okay, we're going to talk about this today.
What a
you may
fucking
just be
dipshit.
surprised by how I'm going to break this down. It's going to bring a lot of revelation. There's going to be a lot of good information that you'll be able to take with you in your walk with Christ. But before I do that, I want you to go into the comment section and type something. If you're tuning in now or you're deceived, listen. He calls us sheep, right? One will, there's this stuff that goes on with fake people. A fake person can only do fake. They can't do real, all right? 2 Timothy 3.
This guy's all fake. Exactly. The pot calling the kettle black. A fucking fake prophet saying, are you serving a fake prophet? And when you look at Daniel's fucking bio about his channel, he got all this through a dream that God gave to him back in the day. Yeah, exactly. We don't need prophets anymore. We have the Bible and the Holy Spirit. Exactly. Yep. that's where I'm at with it, Chuck. Where like I don't want to start it with AI bullshit, but you could look at Daniel's channel and all his thumbnails are very much AI generated. Okay, those are AI generated thumbnails. All he does is put his shit into a program with his fucking image, and bam, you got a thumbnail. Have my thoughts changed? I'll tell you, this is where I'm at. Okay, I love God, but I can't stand the fucking church, man. Okay, plain and clear. If God is who he is, he'll fucking sort me out, and he'll fucking, when he punches my ticket, if he's got shit for me to, if I'll answer for everything I've done. I'll answer for every fucking thing I've done in my life, if that's the case. Okay, it's motherfuckers like Daniel, Vlad Sovchuk, fucking Mike Signorelli, Alexander Pagani, Kenneth Copeland, Joel Olstein. I cannot stand these fucking greaseballs, man. These guys are the scum of the fucking earth. And I don't see why the government hasn't fucking stepped in and shut these motherfuckers down. Plain and simple. We got sexual abuse of kids, child molestation, we got pedophilia, and it's no fucking secret. It's no fucking secret that it's happening, that it's been happening. The government's like, oh, well, they're the church and we don't want to touch them. We just want to fucking bohica and let them fuck us because you know what? It's all about votes for us anyways, okay? We don't really give a fuck. We just want the Christian vote. We want the vote, okay? So we're not going to touch the church. But as motherfuckers like Daniel is why I don't go to church. Because I know how to get to God, dude. I can open this closet right here and I can pull the fucking Bible out right there and I can get to God. Just that easy. For some reason, people need assholes like Daniel or fucking Mike Signorelli saying, oh, cast out the demons, demon this, demon that. You need a demon delivered. You're demon possessed. How the fuck do you know that? Have you taken me to see a fucking priest? That's what I say is you don't need to have a church to have a relationship with God. And I'm getting all kinds of fucking backflack on certain videos about Daniel right now. Oh, he's 100% a prophet and this and that. And when it's what's funny is you have Christians, right? You have Christians coming on saying, "Oh, well, you're drug addicted. You're this and that." Yeah, I am an addict, and I'm not afraid to fucking say it at least. Yeah, religion left stuff a long time ago, man. And that's what my buddy says. He tells me the same thing. He's like, I fucking hate the church, dude. He's like, but you know what? I love the shit out of God. He's all, fuck the church, fuck the people that fuck it up. Fuck people like this hit markers that's been leaving comments on my channel about Daniel. Fuck you. Because these guys are laughing at you. They're laughing at you. Daniel's laughing at you because you're addicted to his bullshit. He's laughing at people like Daniel laugh at their fucking congregation because they're like, they're fucking falling right into our fucking trap. I'm not even Christian and I can point out these guys as fucking con artists. Do you see us knocking down every door? No. No. Hey, is Punk doing Pagani? Is that Pagani? Is he doing Pagani right now? Oh, he is. Hang on. Hang on. Fucking chump ass bitch. Fucking can't stand Pagani, man. That guy's a fucking douche. Pagani's no different. Yeah, fuck the church. That's what I say. Fuck the church. The church is the people. The church is the people. What up, Alpesh Shajari? We're talking about a cult leader by the name of Degenerate E. Taylor, or David E. Normus. And we're kind of touching on some other cult leaders here in America that are complete assholes, claiming they'd be prophets and apostles, and they can do all these great things, make legs heal, and all this other dumb shit that's just medically not possible, scientifically not possible. And as far as I can tell, I've never seen it actually happen or proven. So we're here to talk about the falsehoods that we see with these so-called social media prophets claiming to be fucking healers. Most of these guys are all cults. They're borderline cult realm. Catherine Crick, she's definitely cult. When you have people fucking bow to you, I'm sorry, that just kind of certifies you as a cult leader. Yeah. But yeah, I like when people come in and say, "Oh, you're an addict and this and that." I'm like, "Yep, I sure am. I still am to this day." It's like when people hurl those types of shit, it's like they think it's going to offend me. Hey, what up, Tony Ma? What up? How you doing today? My name's Rich Holmes. We're talking about cult leaders in America, David E. Taylor, why he's saying he's in Shutaway, because he's sick. He's sick. Very multiple fucking chronic health conditions. One of them, congestive heart failure. He's not doing so well. He's David. It would have surprised me if he's got to use like a fucking walker now because he just can't carry himself anywhere anymore. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, this lady came in. I can tell by looking at you struggling with addiction, pride, and rage. There is still hope for you, though. Well, there's still hope for Daniel Adams, too. And everyone and their mother shout out Rich Lorenzo, Saldivar Pagani, Signorelli. I feel so bad for the people under that spell. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not under any of those guys' bullshit. None of them. Greg Locke, he's no different. He's up there with them, too. He's right on up there with them, man. Yep. Oh, I've had a lot of people talk about EJ Newton, all kinds of other people. Like, go figure. You have a fucking con artist calling out a con artist. Abdenagalou Phil, he's another fucking grifter up in Canada, but he's basically a college fucking. He was a prospect for the NBA, but he fucking fell. He basically fell out. Yeah, battle of the cons, man. You know what I've never done to claim to be is a fucking prophet or an apostle. All I claim to be is a fuck up because I do. I fuck shit up all the time. I'm gonna continue to fuck up, man. All these fucking idiots on social media claiming to be prophets. Oh, I had this fall from grace and now I'm this great person because you know what? God did it all for me. I owe it all to God, okay? Because I don't have any fucking common sense. I can't think for myself. God drives this car, everybody. But yep. Hey, Donna, how you doing today? We're talking David. We just brought up the Demon Slayers, Signorelli, Savchuk, Pagani, Signorelli, or Bob. It's like, yeah, battle of the cons, man. That's the best way to cut it. Battle of the cons. I mean, that's got to be real stressful. Honestly, think about it. Think about being somebody like Catherine Crick or Bob Larson or David E. Taylor. Yeah. Yeah, Isaiah Saldivar, his testimony is always changing. So is Vlad Savchuk. So is Signorelli's. Their testimonies always change. I don't have a testimony. Because if I did, I would probably just keep it to myself because I'm not the type to go out and blast my relationship like that. And that's what these fucking prosperity gimps are so apt about doing is like, hey, I have the most perfect relationship with God and nobody else has it but me because I'm better than everybody else because of this relationship I have with God. I'm a better Christian than you. And that's what these fuckers are doing, saying, oh, I'm a better Christian than you because I have the anointing. Oh, you're just below me. Oh, you're a peon. God has my back, not yours. If you don't do this, you're going to hell if you don't pay for my anointing. Yeah, me and Tilo, me and the homie Tilo, Thomas Lopez, Thomas is my good buddy, man. That's family there. Okay, hey Javi, you a pussy, Javi, MMI. Can't comment, but listening from the prison kitchen. Javi says, you know who is not a scammer? Denial Adams. Hey Javi, happy Father's Day, bitch. Javi, happy Father's Day, bro. He's like, hey Rich, did you hear about my illegitimate kids? He's like, I have 3 of them. Okay, my wife doesn't even know about them. He's all, shh, Rich, don't tell anybody. So we got Javi. He's out watching today, man. God, man, who was I gonna text here just a second ago? I can't remember. The broadcast when David did a broadcast, it was around New Year's. Let me take a peek here. When did the Walrus last do a broadcast, a live one? It was the one night with the King. It was one night with the King. Yeah, he looks so bad. He is. He looks like Jabba the Hutt, man. He does. When you look at him, you're just like, fuck, man. He gained a lot of weight, and all he can do is sit in that fucking oversized chair. So the last time he did a broadcast was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and that was the first time we had seen him since August, basically, since he came out and called me a faggot and a pussy, and that I was gonna die if I didn't repent. He's like, you're gonna die, Rich Holmes. You hear me? You a pussy, Rich Holmes. Oh, he was so bent that night. Oh, we should watch it, right? Hang on, let's listen to it. I'm gonna bring it up right here. And you a pussy, Rich Holmes. That idiot couldn't even fucking say it. He couldn't even say it online. He couldn't even say my fucking online name because he couldn't fucking remember it. Because he's so fucking dumb. Hang on. He was so mad. So pissed.
I have watched God get
God, he was so pissed.
who fight Jesus. How you gonna sit up? Well, I need to go get some better. I gotta get advice. I don't know about David Taylor.
So mad.
I just saw this stuff on. You don't even know me. You won't even take time to get to know. And then some people do, and they've had visitations like that idiot Vicky Yowie. You don't hear nothing from her no more because visitations like that idiot.
You know why? You know why, Chuck? Because nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to deal with it. Play straight up. I've already found that out. Nobody wants to deal with it. Everybody just, it's better to distance themselves than to deal with the problem. Fact, bro. That's it. Nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to touch it. I've reached out to other content creators who have bigger followings and like could do damage. They're like, oh, we don't want to touch religion because we're just too scared. We don't want, it's religion, it's God. Oh, we wouldn't touch it. Fuck out of here, pussies.
You don't hear nothing from her no more because just like God killed CL, he gonna kill that heifer too.
So mad.
That's right. The Bible calls them a backsliding heifer. He gonna get that heifer.
So pissed.
Because she has turned so many people online who just listen to her and believe in her lies, and she on drugs. And I know that for sure. When she was with us.
Because I was doing them with her. I was actually doing lines of blow off her fucking ass cheeks, okay? Well, not off her ass cheeks, from between her ass cheeks, okay? I know that for sure. He's like, I know what her wrinkled penny looks like, okay? Hey, Ted Morgan, good morning.
Gonna believe her lies. God gonna get you. I saw him drown my enemies. He took me, but they're gonna believe her lies. God gonna get you. I saw him drown my enemies. He took me to the Red Sea in the past. I mean, in the past years, when I had that visitation, it was present then. I knew I was there in wherever that was around Egypt, where the Red Sea is.
Right, Saving Souls, the whole Christian networking amongst these big creators is sickening. They're all riding each other's meat. Everyone wants some of that milk from the clout cow. Exactly. David's no different, man. David's no different. All these fucking prosperity gimps, they're just there for fucking money.
I was up under the water. I could talk. Me and Jesus was talking, and he showed me the cherubs. He picked up one of them out of the dust of the water. He says, this happened.
I'm so mad that day.
And this is what I'm going to do to your enemies.
Your enemies, David.
You are doomed if you fight me. Now we can be friends.
What's up, Sticky?
Cantaloupe. Sister Watermelon.
Sister Watermelon. But it's your
We
choice.
don't have to carry on like
But
this.
it's your
We don't have to-
choice.
We don't have to fight. We can be friends.
Here it comes. Here it
Why
comes.
don't we find peace?
Here it comes.
And love. But it's your choice.
But it's your choice.
All I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to keep you from being doomed. Because the Son of God has appeared to me. I already know him.
As he's sitting over, he's all sitting to the side like this because he's got a maxi pad shoved up his ass. But as I'm looking at it, yeah, he'd be leaning to his left. So he's leaning over to his left like this, right? And he's got the mic in one hand.
To you.
You switch.
You got this other idiot, this faggot named Rich Holmes. And I was telling me to call that punk by name. He's up here speaking all this evil against us, against me on YouTube. You gonna die, Rich. God gonna kill you if you don't repent. Yeah, you'll be in a car accident somewhere. You just die. You listen. God will take your life in one day.
Hey, David, this is really interesting too because David, this isn't like a big fucking secret. Okay, well, let's go back to that. Hit that like too, man. There's 22 people in here. Hit that like when you get in here. Yeah, we're doomed. Oh, your beefy Hanes are doomed, bruh. Yeah, David, your beefy fucking Hanes are doomed, bro. David, you're talking about me being doomed? David, let me tell you something. Your fucking health condition is way worse than mine. I guarantee you that. If God's going to kill anybody, it's probably going to be you first, buddy. Let's be real clear about that. All right. You out here wishing death. And you know what? Your mom, what, died? She died a fucking, what, month and a half, 2 months later, your mom passed away. See what happens when you wish death on people, David? See what happens? It fucking comes back around to you, you sack of shit. You didn't think we knew that, did you? Did you, David? Yeah, we knew that. We knew about your mom dying. You didn't even go to your mom's own fucking funeral, you sack of fucking lard. Yeah. Yeah, David. Yeah, it's coming back a fucking thousandfold. You're gonna wish death on people? Guess what? Tag, you're it, fat boy. Poetic justice, David. Your mom died 2 months later after you came out saying, oh, you're gonna die in a car accident.
You better repent. Remember, you're a chariot wheel.
Chariot wheel.
Under the Red Sea to me. A lot of people follow. Just few people are so deceived. They following that faggot. And I know he's controlled by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too.
That's another something that's real poetic in this is David actually thinks I'm being paid by Rick Frazier. The entire cult believes that. Just be real clear about that. The entire fucking cult is under the belief that Rick Frazier's paying me. Well, let me tell you something, cult members. Rick Frazier doesn't even want to fucking talk to me, okay? Last time I talked to him, you know what he said? He said, I don't want to talk to you. Click, hung up on me. So how the fuck is Rick Frazier paying me? Really ask yourself that question. All right, Rick Frazier paying me? Fucking fuck Rick Frazier. He's just as guilty as David. He just didn't get caught, all right? There's no fucking way anybody could pay me enough to do this. YouTube doesn't even fucking pay me enough. David doesn't understand what motivation is. His motivation is you put out a fucking box of stale donuts, all right? That's his fucking motivation, is a box of fucking stale Krispy Kreme 3-day-old donuts. David, you don't understand what fucking motivates me. You really, really don't, my man. You're thinking that Rick Frazier's paying me and you got your entire fucking cult believing that? Call Rick Frazier and ask him if he's paying me, but I know you won't call Rick Frazier because you're a little bitch. But let me tell you something, David. Nobody could ever pay me enough money to do this, trust me. I just want you to know that, David. Rick Frazier, YouTube. David, I do this out of sheer fucking motivation. Because you're a fucking degenerate lying piece of shit. And you sitting in your deposition, you know what, David? I took high offense to that because you tried to sell your fucking church sitting in a fucking deposition. What the fuck? That's where I took offense, David. You thought it was all a joke. You thought it was all fucking fun and games. Sitting there trying to sell your fucking bullshit in a goddamn legal fucking proceeding.
A year passed by. He says, see, I'm still alive. I ain't died. Rick Frazier, he's a faggot too. All these pedophiles and these homosexuals, this generation following these faggot men.
This guy's an apostle too, by the way. Anybody's just tuning in? The guy you hear right here is David E. Taylor, and this guy's an apostle, okay?
You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name.
You a pussy, Rich Holmes.
Sexuals. This generation following these faggot men. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name, whatever. He got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes.
Tilo.
God going to get you, Holmes. And I'm going to say,
hey, Tilo.
In these homosexuals. This generation following these faggot men. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name, whatever. He got that fake name. His real name is Rick
David, you have all the fucking answers. You're a prophet. You should be able to know my fake name. What the fuck, fat boy? Come on, David. You have all the answers. It never gets old, bro.
Holmes. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He's sexuals. This generation following these faggot men. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name.
This dude sitting in a fucking maxi pad full of shit. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And on his tape, that's his real name. He got this this other name he used online. He can't even, but David, you're a fucking prophet.
He called his name, whatever. He got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes. God gonna get you, faggot.
I can't even put it up. I can't put it up because I got a community strike for it. Yeah, like you can't talk like this on YouTube. I have to react to this. Like, this is David. He took that video down, and then this fat fucking gutter walrus had the audacity to send me a fucking email 5 or 10 minutes after he took it down saying, oh, I'm allowed to say that because I'm a prophet. But he sent it through another email. Like, David sends emails through emails so they don't know exactly where it comes from, the IP address. They send it through multiple emails, man. It's a type of gang stalking. And when you look at the email, it's a fat fuck finger texting. You look at the text and the email, and it's all David. It's fucking written in emojis, fucked up punctuation. It looks like something a fucking 8-year-old would write. Really does. I actually put the email on my community page. Go look at it. It's all there. It's all there. It's probably from about a month or two ago, back around August. Okay, the email's there. It's posted. I recommend everybody go read it and look what this fat fuck said to me after he put this video up. Oh yeah. Oh, the whole email's full of fucking emojis calling me a pussy faggot, all kinds of shit, dude. Oh, he went off in this email, dude. He went off in this email saying that he's allowed to have those videos up, but he took the fucking video down like a little bitch. Right? But it's okay. I disseminated. Yeah, it's a community tab, right, Ted? If you go to the main page of my YouTube channel, at the cross there's a bunch of tabs, right? It says like shorts, videos, lives, membership, community, about. There's a bunch of tabs. Go to the community tab, and that's where there's like community posts and stuff. And sometimes I'll put when lives are coming. I'll put certain information up there. You know, I'll put like shout outs to the members, things like that. You know, but yeah, it's there. And the email's there. Read it, Ted. You're going to laugh your fucking ass off.
I know Christians, they're not used to me. I'm a general. I'm not no... you're supposed to be a pastor. You're supposed to be sweet. No, I'm a general. I'm a man of war.
General Gooch Grease.
You bring battle here, I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to show you the real power I have. And most of these people who die, they don't die immediately.
I'm going to show you the real power I have. Stands up and rips the whole fucking new fucking equator in the earth because he fucking shit his pants. I'm going to show you the power of the pad, okay? The power is in the pad, okay? That's where it's at. It's not in the money. The power's in the poise pad, everybody. And that's his brand too, by the way. Cliff told us. I was like, so does he have a specific brand? He's like, yeah, poise pads. He sent me the image. So David has a preferred pad that he uses when he can't wipe his ass. And it's poise pads.
But they die a horrible death. There's another person that used to be in my ministry. It hurts me. In 1986, he came along with my ex-wife before we ever got married. Of course, you know, she out there with Vicky Yowie. Both of them being a backsliding heifer. Yeah, that's what I called them. You know, out there speaking evil of me in this ministry. God gonna get them. But she came with a young man named Ronell to my ministry. They joined my ministry on staff. Well, he eventually turned against the ministry, started speaking evil of me. I told him God was gonna get his life. He was gonna destroy him for what he was doing. He didn't believe it.
You see how David thrives off everybody else's destruction? Oh, God's going to destroy you if you don't repent against what you said against me. Yo, fuck you, fat boy. Dude, fuck this guy. That's what I'm saying. Right, Rachel? Rachel, have you ever heard this before? Let's keep listening.
Passed by, he said, see, I'm still alive. I ain't died. And he kept going on. He even got a successful business. Just last year, after 20 years, that's this 20 years after he left.
All right, bye, Donna. Have a good day.
See, God will wait 20 years before he kill you. He gave me a dream that he was going to get these people, because you can't come against a man who have the keys of the kingdom of heaven and think you're going to live. somebody like that, it's just used to me. I'm a general. I'm not no you phone post versus some kind of socket in your house. I told him God gave me a dream that God was gonna get his life. He was gonna destroy him for what he.
Yeah, I've never heard this from a pastor either. The night this was happening, Rachel, we were actually interviewing a cult survivor from Catherine Crick, and this is what he was doing. This was all planned out, but we went back, and when I saw what had happened, I grabbed the video up, and I actually sent it out to some resources and stuff, and I was like, check this out. And these are phone calls that I had. I'll tell everybody. These are phone calls that I had with people. I was like, look, I was like, Charles Manson was put in prison for fucking life and he never killed anybody. I was like, I don't care how the fuck you guys peel this. I'm just going to say you guys. I don't care how the fuck y'all peel this. I take it very serious. So I have sent this video out up to certain elements of the law and been like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do, but this is some real shit.
God gonna get them. But she came with a young man named Ronell to my ministry. They joined my ministry on staff. Well, he eventually turned against the ministry, started speaking evil of me. I told him God gave me a dream that I was gonna get his life. He was gonna destroy him for what he was doing. He didn't believe it. A year passed by. He said, "See, I'm still alive. I ain't died." And he kept going on. He even got a successful business. Just last year, after 20 years, that's this 20 years after he left. See, God will wait 20 years before he kill you. He gave me a dream that he was going to get these people, because you can't come against a man who have the keys of the kingdom of heaven and think you're going to live. You ain't going to live fighting somebody like that. It's just stupid. That's like messing with a live power wire that's out on the telephone post versus some kind of socket in your house.
Well, Daniel Adams does the same thing. Daniel Adams does the same thing, Chuck Wood. Fucking Wonder Bread rap, bro. That's all he does. Oh, God fact checked me. So, hey, you know what? It's all good. Okay, you don't need to worry about it because God fact checked me. No, fat boy, we're fucking fact checking you. And you can't even come out and fucking... All David's ever done in this, guys. Has David ever come out to defend himself? Has David ever stepped up and said, fuck, you know what? It's time that I go and face the music, okay? Let me go and talk to these guys. Let me fucking clear up the air, no matter how fucking hard or difficult it is. Let me go ahead and just put all the bullshit out. That way they can stop talking about me. But no, all David's ever done is gone into hiding, say he's in Shutaway, and then say, oh, God gave me in a dream. You're going to die if you don't repent. David, from the looks of it, your ticket's about to be punched sooner than mine.
I'm not a socket in your house. I'm like those telephone lines out there on telephone poles.
Well, let me tell you something about that City by the Bay. Those aren't allegations. I'm not dumb. I know what we saw. I know who my sources were. And I'm not dumb. Those aren't allegations. I'm not fucking stupid. David is moving his cult around. There are new people being trafficked in and out of that place. For whatever sick fucking reason, David is doing it. Let me tell you something. You don't move people around state to state like that. Call it a church and then put them in a fucking hotel and then keep everybody from going in or out. There's several things that I've looked up myself and I've actually talked to, I'm just gonna say it, fucking law enforcement about, because I had concerns and I reported what I saw, and some of the things that I reported were right up the lines with fucking human trafficking, okay, and sex trafficking. You have everybody in controlled environment. This is the biggest one. Let me tell you something, City by the Bay. This is the biggest one, all right? You want to know how I know it's fucking human trafficking? Because he's got all those people locked in that hotel in Houston. This is the biggie right here, honestly, bro. This is the biggie, City by the Bay. You got all those people in that hotel in Houston. There's not enough cars for all those people to go out and do shit if they needed to. They are under eyes and ears all the fucking time. This happens in fucking very upscale neighborhoods too. People just don't pay attention to the signs. You have multiple people at one location with very few cars. It's a controlled environment. There's always somebody around. They can't go in or out. City by the Bay, let me tell you something. You know how many fucking phone calls I've made and people I've talked to? Look how long, City by the Bay, how long was P. Diddy investigated for? Look at the indictment on P. Diddy. How long was P. Diddy investigated for? 16 years they investigated P. Diddy, they being the government. David, I'm pretty sure he's got his time coming, because you don't do this without people starting to notice what you're doing, especially online. And I've actually been told that by people, sources, that people like David and Catherine Crick, when they come online and start making a fucking big shit show like this, it doesn't take long for certain law enforcement agencies to pick them up. That's not a fucking lie, man. Don't think for 1 second that our government doesn't have people monitoring the internet for fuckheads like David, people like Catherine, the Daniel Adams, the Saldivars, the Signorellis out there seeing what the fuck they're doing, what kind of grifts they're running, what kind of scams they're running. No, it's too easy. David was too easy. He was so fucking blunt about his work. Oh, I'm the prophet. I can do this, 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 and this. Nope. The cash isn't rolling in at David's lecture, so how does he pay the bills with the oldest profession in all history? Yeah, he's not. The City by the Bay?
You die. You touch me like you. Know what he gonna do to you? That wasn't his on the telephone post.
City by the Bay? He's already had a tax exemption revoked. When that happens, I'm pretty sure that opens up a lot of ears. Not only has he had it revoked once, he's had it revoked twice. So just keep that in mind, okay? He may be being investigated. We just don't know it. You think if the government was investigating somebody like David, they come out, hey, we're fucking investigating this guy? No, fuck no. They're going to keep a tight lid on it. Just like they did with P. Diddy. We knew P. Diddy was doing shady shit, but it wasn't until the indictment was opened up and it said since 2008. Okay? David E. Taylor, P. Diddy. Nope. I support organizations like veterans and shit that help pets and exploited children. Those are my three main organizations that I will help. In no particular order. Whichever one I stumble upon that's legit. Veterans, animals, or children, exploited children. And I fucking make sure they are a legit organization. I'll tell them to fuck off if they're not. Like, you can get my fucking money, asshole. No, I don't even support the online predator poachers. No, because those guys, some of those guys are doing some shady shit, and YouTube has actually set guidelines to where those guys aren't even supposed to be setting up those meets anymore. Now, there's some shit on YouTube that they just passed guidelines like, hey, we're not allowed anymore because it's too fucking dangerous, man. Look what happened with Josiah Mizukami. Fucking what's his name from Predator Poachers flew all the way to Hawaii just to bust Josiah Mizukami. Like, you never know what a fucking a pedophile is gonna fucking do in an event that they're fucking cornered. And YouTube, I guarantee, doesn't want that on their conscience. Some dude going out to bust a pedophile and them getting hurt in the process. There is guidelines against that now, and people are still doing it. I don't know why YouTube doesn't censor it. I don't know. This one is. I've talked to them personally. That's cool. I still don't trust a lot of them, man. I don't.
Some kind of socket in your house. I'm not a socket in your house. I'm like those telephone lines out there on telephone heifer. Somebody like that. It's just...
I'll never go out and fuck around with pedophiles. Nope. I will never get fucking near one because I'd be afraid of them and myself of what I would do. Because in my opinion,
stupid. That's like messing with a live
one good thing for a pedophile
that's out on the telephone poles versus some kind of socket in your house. I'm not a socket in your house. I'm like those telephone lines out there on telephone poles. You touch them, you die. You touch me like you die. The power is too much flowing through me.
Yes, Ted.
Touch me, you'll die on spot. And sometimes God don't let the death happen naturally.
Yeah, Gordon Flowers. He's the one who went out and fucking got Josiah Mizukami busted, I believe. That's the thing. I'm not going to waste my money on a fucking pedophile, man. They're going to set themselves up for failure eventually and get busted. That's just how I see them. I don't fuck with pedophiles, man, because they have a different fucking tick, man. And it's just something that can't be cured. I don't fuck with those people, man. I know they're out there. I know they exist. And I do believe that there's people doing good shit about it, but we had Chris Hansen for that. Why the fuck they took away his program, I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue why they took away To Catch a Predator. Dumbest fucking idea that could ever fucking happen in America. One of the all-time bonehead moves in America, fucking getting rid of To Catch a Predator. Hansen had it fucking down, man. Hansen had it down. Now you got all these other guys out there doing it for clout chasing. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that shit because predators are fucking sick, dude. They're fucked up. Pedophiles, I won't do it. Won't do it, man. I know David's a fucking groomer. Has he crossed that line into pedophilia? I don't know. Possibly. But based off some of the interviews we've done from the survivors and what they saw with David, David's grooming girls. He doesn't give a fuck how young they are. He'll groom them. Why? Because once they turn 18, bam, open their legs up for them. It's that easy. Start them when they're young. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Chris Hansen was a predator himself, Jot G. Yeah. Yep. I think they did too because a lot of important people were involved, like the Jewish priest that came on. It's like, fuck, dude. You have Jewish priests showing up to a fucking predator sting? I heard it was because he kept referring the program as Hansen versus Predator instead of To Catch a Predator. Hey, Cat Mom. That was the problem, Jot. It wouldn't surprise me. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. It honestly wouldn't surprise me.
He kills them spiritually.
Happy New Year, Jot, too. It's good to see you, bro.
It's all over the line, news headlines now. But this same young man was on my staff, showed great promise, was used in prophecy. He started having visitations through being connected.
I know, imagine running a show like that and then being a fucking predator, right? And Chris Hansen had it going on, man. He had it fucking going on, dude. I mean, look at what happened with Matt Lauer, too. I mean, that shit all came up, too.
But then he turned. Just last year, he's all over the news. And that's what I was trying to correct. I started to correct him. He wanted to get married to the wrong person. And I tried to tell him that what his wife, he didn't want to listen. He got offended. And he was married to 3 women from that time on. And this third one.
Oh, yeah, Jared?
If he had listened to me, he would have never been in this.
Right, Jot? Jared?
The third one just murdered him and killed herself last year. And I told him, not only I saw a dream, but other people on the staff saw a dream that something terrible was going to happen to his life when he did this against our ministry. This is why I'm telling you, don't ever turn against me. Don't turn against this ministry. I'm not trying to put a spirit of fear attack. Listen, I ain't going to kill you. I don't have to do nothing. God going to do it.
Dude.
And so I know a lot of pastors don't talk because they're afraid to talk like this. Because God don't back them. He back.
And David, that's exactly why you took this video down, right? You took this video down because God backs you. And you're not afraid to talk like this, apparently. But you took the video down. Leave the fucking video up, bitch. Hit that like, too, when y'all get in here. There's 21 people in here. Yeah, he's all, God backs me, not anybody else. And you know what? He also backs my donut supply up, okay?
When I tell you I see him, I see him. You can't talk like I talk if you ain't got God backing.
Listen to him, John. Listen to him.
And I've never said anything about this Rich Holmes guy openly, but God just said to me today, he said, you need to tell him that I'm going to kill him if he don't repent.
Okay.
You hear that, Rich Holmes? You're a goner. God going to get you. You better repent.
That's where David lost it that night, man. He lost the game that night. He fucking lost. And then he emails me saying, oh, you guys think just because the man of God calls you by name, you get your 5 minutes of fame. No, motherfucker. It let me know, David, I'm up here, man. I'm up here, man. David, I'm up here. The feeling's mutual. Right? But I know when to turn that switch off. You apparently don't. You apparently don't, David. Yeah, he lying like he ain't saying nothing when he openly called you a pussy and I was going to die. Exactly. And here's the thing, Jot. Look at what Charles Manson did. Did he ever kill anybody? No, but our fucking government put him in prison for his fucking life, right? Charles Manson never lifted a fucking finger against anybody. He had his little cult cronies do it. Charles Manson's a bitch, dude, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he just ordered, he was a fucking cult leader that did a bunch of weird shit, but as far as I'm concerned, Charles Manson is just like David. David could order something like that possibly, but I don't think he would ever be dumb enough. One, because there's evidence, right? And that's something I've been, yeah. David needs to pay you rent. Exactly. David, where's my rent, bitch? I, David, if a fucking hair on my head got harmed by one of your cult members, it wouldn't be good, dude. I promise you. Because technically this is live journalism and you don't go after journalists try to kill a story. Let me tell you something, it's never ended well. Just want to let you know that, okay? Just anybody who's ever thinking to try to fucking put fear into a journalist or a YouTuber or anybody like that for that matter that's out there reporting on serious shit, let me tell you something. Typically, those don't end well, okay? You don't go after a reporter or a journalist that's putting out content to try to shut down a story, silence their free speech, or fucking hide the truth because you know what? It's just gonna go, that's called the Streisand effect at that point. You're trying to bury something and it's just gonna get worse, man. Yep. Yep, exactly. Yeah. No, I'm with you, John. I talked to my boy about that. There's a lot of weird shit about Charles Manson, you know. Yeah, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories about Charles Manson. All in all, he never killed anybody, bro. His little fucking cult members did, and now some of them have actually been released within the last couple of years. Think about that. Charles Manson dies in jail, but the other members that actually did the killings got out.
And everybody with you, you're a goner. God said you need to tell, ask me. When I tell you I see him, I see him.
Apparently God
You
backs him.
can't talk like I talk if you ain't got God backing you.
Okay.
And I've never said anything about this Rich Holmes guy openly, but God just said to me today, he said, you need to tell him that I'm going to kill him if he don't repent. You hear that, Rich Holmes? You're a goner. God gonna get you.
Because apparently God is David's personal hitman, and David's got like God on contract or some shit. It depends how you look at it, City by the Bay. Is it really worth 10 million, or does he owe 10 million?
You better repent. And everybody with you. His name was Ronell Barnes. You can look him up.
It is, Jot. It is. It
A
is.
murder-suicide. His wife kills him, shoots him, and then kills herself. Where you think they went? To hell. I told him 20 years ago, I said, you're going to go to hell.
You're gonna go to hell.
Because God has already warned your end. And I don't care if it takes 20 years. God going to get you.
It is. It's the latter, Jot. I'm with you, bro.
This is a wrong prophet here. He always talking about God going to get people. God going to get you. I'm not
If anybody's wondering, the slogan,
those prophets you can play with. I'm not one of those apostles you can you. Shoot. Oh, this is a wrong prophet here. He always talking about God gonna get people. God gonna get you.
so sensitive. He's all, you know what else is sensitive is my ass because I don't wipe it.
I'm not one of those prophets you can play with. I'm not one of those apostles you can play around with. You touch the wire, you die.
And here he is, like when you look at him, for real, he's sitting, okay, so he's leaning, let's see. He would be leaning to the right, okay? So he's sitting like this with the mic in his hand, right? He's sitting with the mic in his hand like a goddamn fucking drumstick, right? For David by David. I know she put it up, right? So he's sitting there like this, right? And no doubt he's doing the Taylor fucking the shitty Taylor shift, right? Because his maxi pad, right? Because he doesn't wipe his ass. So he's sitting there with the fucking mic in his hand like this, leaning forward, trying not to shave his fucking butt cheeks. God gon' get you. Nah, I think he's fucking delusional, man. I think he's delusional about himself. This is all just a grift to him, dude. How could he... Honestly, if he was such a man of God, he wouldn't be... Why would he be so concerned with a fucking earthly fucking country white boy? Right, City by the Bay? If he's so godly and he's so holy and prophet-y, he should have no fucking earthly worry about me since he's fucking homeboys with God, right? What the fuck is he so concerned about me? Oh, God gon' get you. Really, David? I've offered you airtime on my channel to come and talk to us, but you never do. Boy, slippery and shitty recipe for impossible. John G, for real, bro. He's sitting, dude. He's just sitting like this, the fucking mic in his hand. And I know why he's sitting to the sideways now, because we've been asked Cliff that night. We're like, so is that why he sits to the side like that? Is that why he sits to the side like that? And Cliff's all, hey, man, hey, he's all, hey, dude, you just answered your own question. And it is, it's true. The reason David sits to the
Play
side,
around with face to face.
because he's
You
shitty
can't
maxi
play around
pad.
with a man who's this close to God. Am I perfect? No, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'll tell the whole world. How about that?
So you should see my most recent mistake. I got to change after. He's on Michelle. I need you to change this mistake. That's what they call it when David needs a change, is a mistake. They're all, hey, David had a mistake. Can you go ahead and change the mistake real quick?
They try to get out
Just
there and air and some
shit-filled
most of the
maxi
stuff they
pad.
be lying about. But some of the things I have made mistakes in the past about, and how dare they try to use sin? They think I'm a punk like these other pastors.
He's a punk.
I don't care what you bring up about me. I don't give a darn. I know one thing: God is with me, and He ain't with you. And He definitely.
Hey, John, and you know what? Some of these other survivors that I talked to offline, you know who you are. Big shout out to you guys, man. If you're coming across this video, shout out, man. We're still here fighting the fight for you guys. And like I said in the beginning, I will not stop until David's either arrested or 6 feet under. Okay. And David will be 6 feet under by his own doing, not ours or anybody else's. It's going to be by his own fucking degeneracy and eating habits, not mine, anybody else's. David's eating habits are because of everybody else around him saying oh, you just look so great, Apostle. But look at him sitting in a fucking chair, can't even fucking lift his own goddamn weight up. That chair's probably got like fucking things so it's like lifts him up, right? So he doesn't actually have to lift forward. It just kind of stands him up, right? But yeah, John, some of the people I've talked to in this, some of these survivors, David has this real weird stigma about people walking behind him. And one of the survivors got with me recently and they're like, now I fucking know why David didn't want anybody walking behind him. They're like, that makes sense. That makes sense. He had this real weird thing. Don't walk behind me, because he probably fucking smelled like fucking pig pen, right? Fucking, it was the fuming fryer. Like out of his fucking pad came just a fume of fucking noxious gases, man. It'd fucking wipe anybody out that walked behind him. So yeah, he had a stigma. Yes. Yep. David didn't want people walking behind him. Makes sense now, right? Right, David? Is that why you don't want people walking behind you? Because you got a fucking shitty pad up your ass? You don't want everybody to hear the crinkle and you don't want anybody. Exactly, the green cartoon cloud of fumes.
I'm gonna side with you against me because I'm his friend and you not. Not like this. Not on this level. He gonna destroy you. And I'm saying this because I love my enemies and I want you to repent so you can have salvation and be preserved.
I mean, I'm probably even just gonna start easing up on the fucking politics just because I don't care. I don't care if it's gonna give me the view time. Fuck, shoot all the politics off if you want on the channel. But you know what? You want to shoot politics off? Guess what? I'm gonna give my fucking viewpoint about them. People want to come in shooting politics off? Okay. Well, guess what? You're gonna hear my fucking voice then too. You may not like what I have to say, but you know what? Free fucking country, right? You got assholes like fat fuck David here come out and say I can die. Yeah, man is narcissist. Yeah.
That's the point. Listen, I love all of you. I've enjoyed this tonight, teaching you about time and space in the.
He's all, I've enjoyed this tonight. I know it is, yeah. It really is, Jot, because in the end, again, if our government had their shit together, we wouldn't be talking about this fat fuck. You're right. But here's the thing, City by the Bay, that's a good question, right? Because I've been thinking about this too. Based off the IRS receipts, okay, David's name, KOGGC, okay, is apparently receipted to bring in $50,000 a year or less, okay? This is just, me and Uncle Jake have been looking at this. Yeah. Yeah, David isn't the only name on the Tampa mortgage either. There's probably about 15 other fucking names on that who have an interest in it. Plus, not only is there one lien on that house, there are 2 additional liens on that house. Now, Joseph's still there. Now, Joseph, he's moving around wherever David tells him. Hey, what up, Haystack? How you doing, man? Good to see you today, brother. Welcome. My name is You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And we're talking about fat fuck David E. Taylor, who's a cult leader. And we're actually just kind of doing a short reaction to a video he did August 30th. Came out, called me a faggot, a pussy, I was going to die if I didn't repent, and everybody around me needs to repent because apparently he's the Moses of our generation. He's going to fucking take us all to God. He's got all the answers, but this fat fuck can't show his face unless he needs money. Yep. I know David's all, hey, you're blessed by my perpetual fucking fecal cloud, okay? Fecal fryers in the building, everybody. You will be blessed. Body of Christ, body of Christ. Yeah, instead of David pulls out a fucking dingleberry and anoints people with his dingleberries. He's like, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Gives them a fucking crusty dingleberry. It's like, instead of a fucking, like, what is it, the little cracker thing, it's like a shit cake. That's what you get when you go to David.
Did y'all learn something? Wave your hands at me. I want to say to all my sons and daughters, do not follow these persecutors against me. If you want to know who I am, go to God.
That's right, because any lien on that property, right, Uncle Jake? Those 3 liens, because there's one for the actual property, there's one for some gardening work, and then there's some work, another one for some lighting. Okay, so there's a total of 3 liens, and yeah, to pledge your allegiance to him. I bet he did. You know what, Jot G? Dude, David's a piece of shit like that, bro. There's no telling what this slimy fucking Harvey Weinstein wannabe motherfucker's done to people as an initiation tactic, man. There is no fucking telling. Like, I could see David forcing his fucking cult members to pick up his shitty maxi pad while he's just kind of fucking standing over him like this. John being like, pick up my fucking maxi pad, just kind of standing over him like this, right? Standing over him, just like watching him pick up his shitty fucking pads, dude. As a dominant, like, while they're kneeling down, he's standing over them, like, yep. And the lawyer bill is now a lien. Is it really? No shit, so that lawyer bill is now a lien. That probably is going to cost him so many fucking problems. Hey, David. Hey, David. That's our fault, dude. David. Hey, real Ken. Guess what? Good news here. Uncle Jake was looking on this. He understands a little bit better than I do. I brainstormed with him on it. So the Tampa property, because of the movie prop rental case, guess what? There's now a lien on that fucking Tampa property. Hey, Sultan, how you doing? So yeah, David's now has a lien. Plus 2 years of taxes is now a liability that must be paid.
Got doubts, go to God. He'll tell you. But do not travel. Do not follow my enemies. And I ain't here to grandstand like I've done everything right in my life.
And you know what, Uncle Jake? Uncle Jake, hey, crispy bacon. Yeah, he's back in North Carolina somewhere. But we're talking crispy bacon. Now, all these lawsuits, they're going to start putting liens on all these houses, man. $500,000. Yeah, $500,000. David, I mean, fuck. David's $500,000 in fees right now, that's for sure. Now he is. So we got 108, 350, 408, 5. He's in 5. Easy. $500,000. No, he's in. He's in. $500,000 for sure. Just without even doing... Uncle Jake, that's not even counting the interest. That's not even counting the interest on the case up in St. Louis, just combined. Okay, so St. Louis was $350 to start, right? Then you have just the judgment down in Florida is $108, so there's $458. Then the 2 liens that are on the property right now without the lawsuit, right? That's totaling $25,000, so there's $500,000 right there. There's $500,000 right there. With 2 cases and 2 liens. He's in for $500,000 in fees, man. You guys want to know why David's hiding? Plus 2 years of taxes that are now totaling $155,000 plus $1,500. So what? $156, $157 plus this year's taxes that are coming on all the properties up north. He's going to be buried in fucking taxes this year. He's going to be fucking buried in taxes. He's going to be so fucking broke this year. He's got properties up north that all have taxes on them in excess of 20 grand. Okay, so he's got to come up with those tax bills. The hotel probably is taxed. It's a mess. Yeah. Not only is 1 year's of back taxes, so that's gaining interest. And then this year last year they got the exemption removed. So this year they're paying taxes on that property. So they got 1 year of free taxes. And City by the Bay, dude, that's the trafficking get down, dude. That's the trafficking hub, bro. I'm telling you, that's the trafficking hub. City by the Bay. What better way? Honestly, really sit and think about this. Think about this. What better way to run a scam, to run something like that than in church, bro? Honestly, it's the perfect setup. In the middle of one of the busiest cities where trafficking is rampant. We know that as a fact. Okay, we know it's going on. What better way to do it than to put it in a hotel that's ran by some fucking prostitution lord, right? Call it a church, do business behind your church, use the church as a fucking front, use it as a shield and a sword at the same time. And that's exactly what David's doing. He's using it as a shield and a sword. Like, I can shield myself from, but I can also use it to fight the government. Okay? And David has found out how to do that. Well, I don't buy it because I know David's running a fucking scam. Right? Now, here's the other thing. City by the Bay. David sent me a cease and desist years ago, 2021. So 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years ago in October, okay? 4 years ago, he threatens to sue me. Okay, this is a fact. I got the cease and desist hanging on my fucking wall still. It's a trophy. It says, if you don't stop and take down all your content, we're going to sue you. It's like, okay, perfect. Call the lawyers, ask them, hey, I need to speak to whoever sent me the cease and desist. I have some questions. Well, you should retain counsel. Well, why is he suing me? Well, did you get the cease and desist? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. You're going to sue me? Okay, if this is the process, I get to go through discovery with your client. He's then the guy on the other phone, and I talked to somebody. Talked to several people in that office that day. It was over actually a series of a couple of weeks. I made a series of phone calls every day trying to speak to the head of the office and get an answer. And each time I spoke to everybody, I pretty much told them, fucking sue me. I've never heard anything back from them since October of 2021. And all the things in that cease and desist said, your allegations are sex trafficking, running a tax scheme, and this and this and this. Well, you know what I've never seen is another fucking legal letter. I've never heard, what did the Houston police say when you reported it? We'll look into it. But City by the Bay, this is a bigger egg to crack. It really is. This isn't just like your run-of-the-mill human trafficking operation. They're running this in a church. This we've never, honestly, when this breaks open, people are going to be like, human trafficking in a church? This church was running a prostitution ring? They were running it in multiple states? Wow, we didn't know that. Well, yeah, we've been reporting on it for about fucking 2.5 years now since we found out about the hotel in Houston, okay? It's no fucking secret what David's doing in that hotel. There's a back gate and they're running tricks in and out. If they're doing it anymore, I don't know. When we were doing the audits at the time, they were. That's why they were so fucking scared. That's why Mahesh showed up, because there's an interest. This isn't a fucking game what we're talking about here, man. This is real people. David's running a fucking scheme. If they were going to sue me, they would have done it already. They would have showed up with lawyers, served me. I would have been deposed. We've already would have gone through discovery. I would have had all David's documents. But you know what David hasn't done is follow through with his fucking lawyers to fucking sue me. Yeah. And you know what? But you know what? Their investigations, you know what? When they show up to arrest you, you typically don't get out. You typically don't get out. P. Diddy, I don't think he's fucking getting out. People think he's going to get out. No, that motherfucker ain't getting out. When the feds investigate you since 2008, Let me tell you something. Your ass is grass. There's nothing you can do at that point. 2008, Diddy was investigated for 16 fucking years. You don't think the feds crossing every T and dotted every single fucking I they fucking put on a line? The feds do their job. Let me tell you something. When the feds shack you up, your ass is grass, okay? I don't give a fuck who you are. Unless you're fucking the president or some shit, then maybe. But when the feds shack you up, you're done. You're done. You guys will see when P. Diddy got arrested. Everybody's like, oh, we ain't fucking stepping in this real fuck. That's the FBI, man. We're later. See you, Diddy. Later, bro. It's been good. That's what'll happen with David if his health doesn't get him first.
Make mistakes like anybody else. They always want to say, well, you're a leader. God holds you to a different standard. Yes, he do, but he also gives mercy to leaders too. He gives the blood to leaders too. We are able to make mistakes too. So stop being judgmental. Stop following these punks out here that's attacking fivefold ministries leaders, and they're doing it under the skies what God is judging in this season. Idiot, God gonna judge you too.
Yeah, he will, David.
Don't get away from it because you think you can say that. Oh, God judging everything. He gonna get you for talking. So shut up and repent. You know, when it says Jesus talked to them when that tower fell on all of them, he says, do you think that all those people who died in that tower, that they were sinners above all? He says, if you...
And you know what, John? It wouldn't surprise me if he got out because he probably could. He could probably fucking sink America. Yeah, some of these people, just saying, I don't think people like David, but people like Diddy, yeah. Diddy's probably seen some shit, man. Hey, Ken F. Pingo, the dueling Pingos. What up, what up, what up?
Repent, you gonna likewise.
I don't want to talk about Diddy, though. He's a piece of shit, bro. I don't like him. He's a fucking loser.
Your God gave me a word. He's judging all of it. He gonna get you too. You think you above them? He gonna get you too.
No, Ken, this is the...
You arrogant,
You a pussy, Rich Holmes.
Prophetic people. You ain't nothing. You better get on your knees and you better repent. Because you know you ain't perfect and you know you have sin in your life.
David's all, I love to get on my knees for Joseph. I'll bet Joseph is David's power bottom. Nah, that was an old one, Ken. That's an old one. That's from when fucking, yeah. That's from when Dookie Boy fucking, yeah. he was more mad than I thought. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, he was mad that night. Shit, dude. I don't know how David, yeah, he was fucking crunk that night. Yeah. But I'll bet David, yeah, Joseph is David's little power top. Yeah. Yeah. Or power bottom. David's all, you better get on your knees. Joseph's like, okay, I'll do it, sir. I'll bet Joseph is the type that probably spread his butt cheeks for David too. He's all, don't touch, I'll do it myself, sir. You don't need to do anything. All the gay talk, it's like, okay, Joseph, David. So yeah, David, this whole Shutaway, that's what we're talking about today. Sick, the lies about being in Shutaway for 5 years, it's all hiding, everybody. It's all hiding. There's nothing biblical about this Shutaway that David's been talking about. There's nothing truthful behind the bullshit he's been spewing when he comes out and preaches. Oh, that's the Crypt Keeper. Ack, ack, ack. He looks like fucking Mars Attacks. Yeah. Ack, ack, ack. Fucking George Scott. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. That's the thing's nightmare. That dude's fucking what nightmares are made of, man. George Scott is the type of guy you keep your children away from, man. Truly. Yeah. George Scott's a fucking snake too, bro. Yeah. No. And the stories we've got from these cult survivors is that those two dudes are just fucking sick old pervs that they just swap nudie pictures back and forth all day. That's the kind of people George Scott and David E. Taylor are. Yeah. George Scott isn't looking too healthy either, no. George isn't looking healthy. David's not looking healthy. I'm sure Michelle isn't healthy at all either. Yeah. Who's basically running the show if David E. Taylor is having services? Joseph, Kathleen. That's who I'll ever see now is Kathleen in reruns. When you look at David's videos, they're all reruns. He has shit from, remember before he went into Shutaway when he was wearing that fucking brown sweaty fucking suit and shit? He's starting to rerun those videos now because he can't do any more content. His grift is ran out and he knows it. He's only coming out just to save face and do what's absolutely necessary to maintain the status of his church and his 501c3. Like David, by law, has to open his services to the public. How are you going to open up a 501c3 as a church and say you're not open to the public? He's using Kingdom of God Global Church. Kingdom of God Global Church. I don't know what he's using Marvels in America World Healing for. I don't know if he's using that for his fucking trucking company or whatever, or run some kind of scam that way, but he's already got another tax exemption. But he's using Kingdom of God Global Church. Bitter bitch Brenda down in Houston isn't doing her fucking job. That's for goddamn sure. And when the time comes, bitter bitch Brenda, don't say we didn't fucking tell you, okay? Because we told you, we called, we warned you, we filed reports about what's going on there at that fucking hotel. And you're like, oh, I went there and they let me in and they're a traveling church and everything looks good. Yeah, I'm sure it does, Brenda. I'm sure it does. I'm really sure it does, Brenda. You're just not doing your fucking job. You need to look deeper, all right? Don't just look at the fucking facade that people fucking throw at you. Be like, oh, these are great people. Really? Why don't you look up the guy fucking David E. Taylor? Huh? Why don't you look up the pastor of this church, bitter bitch Brenda? Why don't you really do your research? That's Mahesh. Okay. No, bitter bad bitch. Yeah, big shout out to her. Bitter bad bitch. It's my girl. It's my home. That's Loose Lisa Lampanelli. City by the Bay. That's Mahesh. City by the Bay. That's how we figured out the trafficking. Irie Dread, good morning too. No. Mahesh was not head of security. No. Mahesh showed up, right? Well, all we needed was his license plate. Yeah. The Mahesh Potatoes and Express. Yeah. Mahesh Potatoes. So Mahesh shows up on that second audit. It was me, LP, and Quality Exposure, right? So that dude shows up. We're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy? And why did he show up before the fucking cops did? Where's Mahesh now? Probably far away from the fucking cult because of that whole ordeal. Mahesh showed up City by the Bay. We're like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? All we needed was his license plate. We did our own little research, found out he owns a series of roach motels all over Houston. And I think he's even got some in some other states too. And Patel, the Indian name Patel literally translates to like landlord or fucking house lord or some shit like that, okay? So it's befitting that Patel owns a bunch of fucking roach motels. And they're literally fucking roach motels. Prostitutes, pimps, fucking drugs. That's what you get when you go to one of Mahesh's hotels. That's it. That is it. Pimps, prostitutes, and hotel and fucking drugs. That's it. And you might catch a fucking disease, all right? Literally, okay? No, that's Malachi. Malachi was the guy carrying, but it looks like he's back up in Taylor now. Possibly, but again, this is a traveling cult. Like they're moving all over the country because they don't want to be found. Yes, he showed up first before the cops. Yeah. Yep. It's spelled Malaki, I think, Cat Mom. Yeah, Malachi. Raymond Malachi is his name. And yeah, he's a fucking douchebag too. So yeah, he showed up before the cops. We're like, how the fuck did this guy show up before the cops? And like, who the fuck is he? Right? So when he got there, City by the Bay, we all started asking questions. Who are you? Where's the paperwork? We want to see the documents before you kick us off because last time we checked, this was owned by the city. All right. And we still never technically saw any paperwork to prove that they own the property. So there's that. Second, we were never formally trespassed. Okay. So with that being said, I mean, I'll be back down there to protest again. And anybody who wants to come is welcome to join. But so yeah, Mahesh Express showed up first before the cops and said, oh, get off my property. You don't own this. And we're like, okay, fine, we'll leave. But they actually don't own 75 feet of the setback. So actually 75 feet from the road back isn't theirs. I probably will. I still have signs. I still have protest signs made up, and I'll go back out there. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because apparently people aren't getting the message. And you know what? I honestly want to go out there during the busiest time of the fucking day. Not in the morning, but like mid-afternoon when there's a shit ton of fucking traffic, when the place is gridlocked. You know, that way everybody can really fucking see what's going on. That way when everybody drives by, there's more people, more eyes. That way everybody could get the message. Because apparently Houston doesn't care. They're not getting enough elected officials in there to raise concerns. And I've talked to people throughout the county trying to get eyes on that place and let them know what's going on. Be like, hey, this isn't a church, man. They're running a fucking scam. It's a big one. It's very complex. They're lying to everybody that's signing paperwork. But yeah, I'll be back there. Yep. I think so. I don't know. Cat Mom, if we tried to go into that hotel, like we wouldn't be able to. It's a church though, right? It's a church. It's a church. And they're apparently supposed to be open to the public, right? I don't get how they're not open to the public. That's what I'm kind of curious about. If they're pulling tax exemptions from the government and they're claiming status as a church, but it's all closed. Oh, it could get corrupt. I don't know who's involved. The last time we were there, the cop tried to trespass me because he said, oh, well, they want him trespassed. I was like, I don't give a fuck. You're not going to trespass me because I haven't trespassed. The cop came up to me and he's like, can I see your ID? I was like, what for? Because you want to trespass me? He's like, yeah, they want me to trespass. He was like, you're not trespassing me because I'm not even on their fucking property, dude. I was like, do you know where the property line starts and ends? He was like, no. I was like, I'll show you. You want me to show you? And he just shut up real quick. He's like, fuck, man. These guys know what they're doing. Dude didn't stay too long. Dude didn't stay long. He got out of there pretty quick once he realized we knew what we were doing because he was trying to fucking trespass me for crossing the street. He's like, well, they said that you were impeding. He's like, you're just trying to get this, this, and this. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to do anything. I know what I'm doing. You apparently don't even know where the fucking property line is and you're trying to elicit a trespass. So just check yourself, dude. That's all I'm saying. He left. Could the cops be involved? Yeah. It's a fucking prostitution ring. And some questions I have asked. Yeah. Yep, spinning back-to-back opportunities for donations. Exactly, that's all it is. It's just, oh, donate this, donate that. We need money this. And now they're asking for money for the fires, which is fucking sick. It's fucking disgusting. Yep. I have a screenshot here, actually, of a fucking photo. Yeah, it's basically one long fucking donation commercial. Check this out. Let's see if I can get this up here. Look at this. Look at what this asshole does. Oh, give us fire relief. California wildlife relief with David E. Taylor. Urgent need. Donate today. That's how these scams are run. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. No. Look. I'm not even fucking lying. Look. Yep. Yep. Look at that. That's a scam. This is a scam. Yeah. He doesn't even have a fucking. He doesn't even have a tax exemption registered in California. So what the fuck is he doing out there? That's exactly what I said. Yep. And that's, hey, let me tell you something, City by the Bay. That's why that fucking degenerate land walrus lost his exemption in California or in Florida. That's what I'm thinking is he lost that exemption, his property exemption. Yeah. When David is God's choice friend with Marvelic power should be able to open heaven for money. Yeah, I reported him to the Office of the Attorney General as well. Yep. And Cliff did. I urge everybody else to as well. Uncle Jake, will you put that link in there? The OAG link, please? Yeah, you guys want to report him? Report him. It's report his name, David E. Taylor, his YouTube channel, and how he's exploiting the fires to basically pull funds into his fucking cult bullshit, in that it's a scam. Report him as a tax scam. The OAG isn't dealing with shit, man. They are not dealing with any bullshit with this fire, man. And when I saw the interview with the news people, it is. It's basically deceptive donation trades and shit. There's names for it. Yep. Mislead to donate. It is. It's basically like theft. It's theft by deception. That's what it is. It's theft by deception. Yep. That's what it is. Yep. Yep. 0.0% of your fire disaster relief donation to JMMI will get to the victims. Exactly. Yep. It is theft by deception, and that's what David's doing. David, let me tell you something. There's FEMA out there. There's all kinds of fucking disaster relief. David, the community of California has pulled together to help themselves. They don't need some fat fucking degenerate Harvey Weinstein wannabe looking motherfucker to go help them, okay? Stay the fuck out of there, David. Misappropriation of donations, exactly. Yep, there's the link, man. Report his ass. Report his ass, man. Marcus Adams, I don't know. Report him. Report him. That's what we're doing, man. There's the link right there to report him to Office of Attorney General in California for trying to, because the OAG has already said, hey, if you're coming out here to scam people, don't let us fucking catch you, because if you do and we catch you, we're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law, and we're going to fucking bend you over. Yep, and you can link his video in the report too, exactly. And it was the video from yesterday. Hang on, I'll get the link. It was KOGGC. It was right at the very end. Yep. It was right at the very end. Let me see here. Let me find the timestamp here. There it is right there. Give me a second here. Do this as a team. Okay, here we go. And they even say it here. Listen. You know, let me go and screen grab this.
Of miracles with Apostle is there, and they're just saying how devastating it really. But I'd like to get those offerings received before we do that. So if you can do it with a spring in your step, we're not listening to your creaky bones.
Yes, Irie.
I promise we won't listen. The music's loud enough to stop us from hearing your creaks and cracks. Okay. Hallelujah.
Here it is right here.
So, we want to remind you of all of the things that Apostle Taylor is doing, and really to help, the people in California are really going through right now with these fires, and Apostle has a team out there, and they're just saying how devastating it really is to see these homes that are just burned to the ground, acres and acres and acres of land destroyed. Homes, lives. I think it's up to like 25 or 30 people have passed away because of these fires. It's just really a shame what's happening. But the good news is Apostle is doing, the Convoy of Miracles with Apostle is out there right now. They're doing so many things, making sure that people have the basic needs. These are the things they don't have. They don't have basic needs like water and food and diapers for the babies.
Yeah, they do.
Formula.
Yeah, they do.
Things like that people need. Sanitary products, hygiene products.
Yeah, they do.
Things that are necessities that you wouldn't want to go without. These are the things that you can be assured of your money is going toward getting for these people, and making sure that we're helping. We're being the hands and feet of Jesus. We're restoring hope and faith to these people who really have lost everything. They truly have lost everything. So you can see that Apostle's doing another, the Convoy of Miracles, and there's an urgent need for these people. There's an urgent need. So if you haven't given toward that, and even if you have given, it's time to give again. We need to step up and give again, and really help.
Give again.
People, okay?
Give to David.
That's what Apostle is doing. I would show the video. I don't think we have that ready this morning. There's some changes being made to it. But we also want to talk about the crusade against cancer that's coming up.
Okay.
July 30th through August 3rd.
So there you have it.
Okay.
Let me get the link.
Going to be phenomenal, and you need to be here. You need to make your way to Taylor, Michigan.
Shut up, bitch. Fucking out there scamming people. He's just doing so much for the kingdom of God, everybody, okay? He's just doing so much. No, they do. They go from fire to fire, crusade cancer. Exactly. And that's what David is. It's a traveling grift. It's David's traveling scam. It's like David's traveling fucking circus. David's traveling cult. There's the video. The timestamp was about 156, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, right around the 156 mark. Double check. Yeah, at about an hour and 56 minutes. That's where the timestamp starts. And that's where Kathleen goes up and says, oh, give to Apostle Taylor because, he's just doing so much for the kingdom. But David, you know what? No, it's the people, man. David, it's the people. You know what, David? You know what's real interesting about the whole thing in California, right? Is the people who have lost everything have actually come together and helped people who have lost everything. Something you've never fucking done, David. Something you've never done. Let's be real clear about that, all right, asshole? Because you're trying to make it out there like you're doing this great thing, but no, David, it's the common people. It's not fuckheads like you. Yeah, exactly. He'll keep 98% in administrative fees and send $2. Exactly. Well, I'll keep 98%. You guys got $2 back, okay? Give me 100, I'll give you 2 back. I promise. Okay? Don't anybody in California give to anybody named David E. Taylor, JMMI, KOGGC, Marvels in America, World Healing, Joseph Bush, Kathleen Klein, Michelle Brennan. Don't give anybody any money, especially a church right now, man. The people are getting help. There's a lot of help out there right now. We don't need fat fucks like David going out there to try to scam more people. And David, we will report you again. David, I've already reported you multiple times. I'm going to report that video too with Kathleen, where you guys apparently already have a fucking team out there trying to help people. You know what, David? Let me tell you something. Every video that comes out about the fires in California and that you're doing, guess what? It's not going to work out well for you, I promise. I'm going to send in every fucking one you do, David. I just got one where you're asking Kathleen to fucking grift for money. In what sense does that make for God to tell him, no, don't go down there yourself to help? I need you. Exactly. Yeah, David, you're supposed to be this. You have all these Marvelic powers, David. What happened? Here was your big fucking chance, bro, to prove it to everybody that you were this great prophet. You just opened up this great fucking college campus in Houston. Oh, Marvelic powers. Look, I can control the elements. There's a big chance, fat boy. Here's a big fucking chance, dude. Where are you? All these people just lost their fucking houses. Oh, I can control fire. I can control supernatural shout and water and earth, and I can do all this. Really, David? Here's your big fucking chance. Here's your big fucking chance, and you blew it. Again, David, just like with a hurricane. Well, you know what, Irie? I also think they're going to use this. Let me tell you something, Irie. This situation also scares me because I believe David will use this to gain membership and people that are displaced, and he will suck them into his fucking cult. That is what worries me right here, right now, Irie. And it's almost troublesome to me because I know what the fuck that asshole's out there doing. That worries me big time. If we see new faces after this fucking fire, no, most of the people are going to be like generational in there. They're going to be family members, children, some new membership, but that's why we've been out here for so long warning people about David is we need to keep the warning up because people are still being sucked in. They're still going to be fucked over. We know families are being ruined. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? But the people that are dumb enough, what I think, it's not that they're dumb. They're either, they haven't been, like how Anthony Lowe says, and big shout out to Anthony. Happy New Year, man. Anthony Lowe says they haven't been fed properly spiritually, uneducated, mentally ill. Those are the 3 underlying factors, I think, of why people get sucked up into these fucking cults. They haven't been fed spiritually properly, right? When it was mental illness, and what was the other one? Uneducated. That would be the 3, I would think, most critical underlying factors of how people believe this shit. I mean, if there's any other ones anybody has, I'm open. Let's hear them. But those are the three underlying factors that I think are the reason why people believe is bullshit. Yeah, 15 people in the crowd. Yeah, 15 people in the crowd, exactly. And they do. Like, dude, fuck, I was doing a family event the other day and we were driving out in the country and I seen a girl walking down the fucking highway with her dog and I'm like, my heart hurt for her. I'm like what put her in that position? Like that's the shit that I think about when I see people in situations like, man, like what put that person in that situation? I really try to put myself in that person's shoes, man. I really do. Like the girl I saw walking down the highway with her dog the other day, like I really hope like wherever she gets in her life, it just turns out okay, man, because it's just like she looked like she was having a tough time, man. You know, and that's the thing. Irie's right. Generally, people do care about other people, man. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Why didn't David warn New Orleans about the fucking hurricane? Why didn't David warn the people about the fires? You know? Where are these people when they're most needed? They're fucking hiding in a closet somewhere claiming apostleship and prophetness and they don't fucking do anything to help anybody. Yeah. Yep. It sucks, man, and we're all sitting back here fucking questioning it like, damn, what are we doing wrong? All these fucking con artists and piece of shit fucking assholes. Yeah, invites us and then calls the cops. Yeah, hey, everybody can come to my tabernacle and then calls the cops on us. And we're all sitting here, wait, this is a church, but nobody can get in. We're out here reporting that it's a cult, but when we want to go and gain access to a supposed public entity, you know? Yep. Nah, fuck that. Giving is, if you don't give, it's not being disobedient. Yep. Yep, you're right. Sad story, to get ahead in life, you gotta fucking scam or fucking be a piece of shit like David. Yep, it pays to be a criminal in America. It really does. It just does. It pays to be a piece of shit, I guess. It's something I'm fucking happy I'll never be. I guess I'll fucking die not a piece of shit, and that's fine. But David's legacy, I mean, fuck. David, you're gonna go down in history as probably one of the biggest piece of shits ever. I Dread, you know what? I always point back to that too. It's funny you mention that because historically our country was founded by a bunch of fucking tyrants, man. Had they returned, they probably wouldn't even been tried. They would have just been hung or shot. Plain and simple. There would have been no fucking trial. There would have been no jury. They'd have been like, you guys are traitors and seditious acts against the government. We're just gonna fucking kill you. That's exactly how it would have been done. Either hung or lined up against a wall and shot for treason. Historically, yes. Our country was founded by a bunch of fucking tyrants, man. And they all knew this would happen. That's why they put rules in place like, hey, all right. I mean, Washington, when he had fucking ran 3 terms, he's like, all right, that's too much power. We can't, no 3 terms. It's too much. I think there was another president who ran for like several years after his second term, but not many presidents ran 3 terms, like 1 or 2 or some shit like that. My history's a little rough there, but they knew it was going to happen, and they tried to put laws into place to protect the people because they were about protecting the people. They're like, no, watch The Patriot, man. Look what Mel Gibson said. He's like, do I believe we should fucking take care of ourselves? He's like, I think we can, and I think we should. And he's like, am I upset about taxation without representation? I am, absolutely. But I'm not going to fucking fight right here in my fucking front yard. No. Yeah, that's the thing. The founding fathers knew. They knew. They knew power corrupted. They fucking knew it from the get-go. They're like, all right, we need to tread carefully here. They got to put in right laws, right? But again, with God written in the Constitution, you know, it's, yeah, take how you want, big wheel, stolen land, yeah. I mean, technically, I mean, I didn't steal the land personally. I didn't steal the land. Maybe my ancestors did, and I could see that, but personally, I wasn't here. For distance each other, that's it, not us, yeah. Yep. Barb, don't really care. Don't really care. That's one thing, the farthest thing from my mind today until you mentioned it. That was the farthest thing from my mind today until you mentioned it. Don't care. Don't care. Again, because we were just talking about that. Our country was founded by a bunch of fucking tyrants. Oh, man. So I won't even say about the guy who's in office because it'll probably offend people. So, yeah. Yep. Kyrie Judd was just bringing up. It's a puppet show. Yeah. It's a puppet show. Like what we're going to see the next 4 years is a fucking reality TV show. I'm going to get this off my shoulder real quick. The next 4 years is Trump's reality TV show, everybody. What perfect way, right, than for this fucking piece of shit. I'm going to get this off my shoulder. This is one time I'm going to fucking rant about this cocksucker, right? Fuck Trump. Fuck his entire family. Fuck his entire cabinet. Okay? Fuck Musk. Fuck them all. Okay? Biden, fuck them all too. Kamala, I don't give a shit about either side of them. Okay? But the next 4 fucking years, be real clear about this. This is Trump's reality TV show in the White House. What is Trump? He is a reality fucking TV star, everybody. Enjoy the fucking show. Fuck them all, man. Fuck them all. Fuck David. Fuck all these prosperity cocksuckers. Fuck them all, man. If our government wasn't fucking busy blowing each other, right, and trying to figure out who to fuck, we wouldn't be having these issues we're talking about. I got my fucking popcorn, Uncle Jake. It is. I've got my fucking popcorn. I am ready. Yes, I am fucking ready for this next 4 years of a complete fucking shit show, man. It is. All we got to do, the fucking lights and cameras are already fucking rolling, everybody. This is Trump's reality TV show. Just be clear about that. Now, back to fat fuck David, okay? David's like, well, we need to pray for President Trump. I got my popcorn, my drink, and my fucking smoke. Yep, they're all selected. They're all selected. I don't give a fuck about my government. I don't. Yeah. Yep. They don't. That's how I feel, Chuck. They don't give a fuck about us, man. They don't care. They don't care. If they did, they'd be coming down and asking Rich Holmes the pussy why David E. Taylor is calling him a pussy, and they'd be questioning me my concerns about why I'm filing so many fucking fraud reports with the IRS. Be like, hey, Mr. Holmes, we see you got a lot of fraud reports going on here. Can you explain this to us? Yeah, fucking this guy's running a tax scam. Why don't you guys get off your ass and do something about it? We're paying you guys. David's not. Yep. No wave goodbye to the staff on the lawn and greeting the new president. Yeah, exactly. That tells you about the condition of our politicians in our country, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Jeff Kendall. Cliff Burton. No, Jake Burton. Actually, Jake Burton. Nope. Jake Burton. Yep. Jake Burton. Yes, sir. Jake Burton. So yeah, we're talking about David E. Taylor right now, this cult leader in America. I don't know where you're at, but yeah. Hey, Carissa, hey, read the we're talking about a cult leader in America. His name's David Taylor. He claims he's a prophet and Moses of our generation, but he's been in hiding for the last 5 fucking years and claiming he's the prophet and Moses of our generation, but he can't show his fucking face anywhere. Where's the convoy David sent? I don't know. Good question. It is. It's a show. They're all working together. I'm not dumb, Barb. No, I was just talking about this with my family this morning. It is. It's a reality TV show. Perfect. And guess what? It's all fucking free It's all free publicity for Trump. It is. Free fucking publicity. You got every fucking news station watching him. You know what Trump is good for, everybody? Content and clicks, man. Content and fucking clicks. That is all Trump is good for. Trump's trolling America right now. He's gonna fucking show up to the White House in a fucking dump truck. What does that tell you, man? He's trolling fucking the entire fucking. He's trolling the fucking world right now, pretty much. That's great. And everybody's saying that. People think he's the greatest guy in the world. Fuck, he's trolling everybody. It's all about money. It is, Uncle Jake. It's all about money and publicity. It is. Yep, we got Catherine Crick out there not doing shit. Gavin Newsom's not doing a fucking thing. I don't see Trump out there helping. I don't see any of them out there helping. If Trump is who he is and he's so great, he would have said, you know what, fuck the inauguration. After that's done, I'm going to head out to California and go fucking survey the damage and see what's going to be done. But no, I don't see him doing that. Again, it's all about money. Yep. Yep. They're all in it for the money, Uncle Jake. Yeah. They're all in it for the money. And that's what it's going to be about. Always from here on out. It's always been about money, man. Once people start shedding that fucking materialist life and shit like that, like I like having nice shit, right? It's nice to have nice shit, but you know when I die, like this, all these microphones and my iPad and my fucking all these mic stands and my computer and all that cool shit to do all this, guess what? It ain't coming with me, man. It's not coming with me. This little fucking mic that I paid money for, my slippers, shit. This shit's all material, man. Wake up, everybody. We're gonna fucking die. You don't take your shit with you, okay? Once people start to realize that, shed the material, they'll fucking realize, like, hey, you know, maybe I don't need all this shit. Has he been watching Snoop Dogg from the mid-90s? The wig seems inspired by Snoop Dogg. Fucking Snoop, what a bitch. Snoop's a fucking mark too, by the way. Yeah. Yep, even Trudeau in Canada dipped. He's like, I'm out of here, see ya. Yep. To dust we shall return, at least our bodies. That's what I say, man. I'm not gonna, fuck, my shirt's not gonna go with me. What I'm planning to do when I die, my body's going to science. I'm gonna let them cut me the fuck up. That's what I want them to do. Cut me up, man. Learn something from me. I'm a specimen, man. I'm a fucking biological specimen, man. Chop me up. Find out some fucking new cure or some shit if you can. I don't know. Use my body. You did too, Scuba Steve? Yeah, my uncle did. I'm going to do mine here in San Antonio. I got to fill the paperwork out. It's like $200. And it's really bitching here in San Antonio. What they do is they actually do like memorial services for the people who donate their bodies. They'll put like all their pictures up and stuff, and they'll like, you know, give them a memorial and remember them because like, hey, they're also doing a favor to humanity as well. They're giving up their body as a specimen so we can fucking cut them up and learn from them. You're a donor? Yeah, I'm a donor too. Same here. I'm a donor. I say we cut a deal with the UK. We will keep Prince Harry and they give us Canada. I thank my mom. She was a triage nurse for a long time. It helps. It does, doesn't it, Scuba Steve? I think it does too. Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does a benefit, man. It's like, hey, man, we're going to die. You want to be buried? That's cool. Well, guess what? I'm putting my body to science, man. I want them to learn something. I want them to be able to use my body if they can advance a medical fucking, you know, maybe produce some kind of medication or learn something from my body. I don't know. Maybe they can. Never know. So, yeah, and I have nurses in my family too. But let's go back to David being sick. I mean, what if David... Yeah, I'm a donor. And any good parts or recyclables. Any good parts or recyclables you could go ahead and take, okay? David's all, well, you know what? I don't have any good parts or recyclables. He's all, maybe you could use my fat for some fucking cooking lard, but that's about it. But as far as anything good, yeah, David's organs are too shitty to donate. Use my genes for non-addiction. Right on, Jeff. Cool deal. Yeah, David's organs, they're too shot. David's all, my organs, they're just butter, okay? When you get my organs, you're going to get some organs that are filled with butter, and that's it. And probably lard. Yeah, David will never donate us. So, yeah, on to money about all these guys out there with all this money and shit. It doesn't go with you guys. Doesn't go, man. You know? So think about that. Yep. Scuba Steve, the little recycle thing. Well, people are even composting their bodies now, man. Hey, people are even turning to composting their bodies and like turning into fucking earth and shit, man. Like being composted back to the ground. Yeah. People are finding all different creative ways to fucking, you know, go into death. And once they die, it's... I know, that's what I'm saying. Shroom me up, right? Put me in a batch of fucking fungus and make me into a bunch of fucking hallucinogenic mushrooms. Make me a new fucking species of hallucinogenic mushrooms that have cancer healing properties. Yeah, you're worm dirt either way. Yeah, you're worm dirt either way. And again, fucking newsflash, everybody. Yeah, they use bodies to decompose for learning. Yeah. Yeah. They're doing all kinds of different shit with bodies now because we have the science now to examine and experiment, and people are willing to give their bodies up to do it. I am. I'm gonna let fucking doctors cut me up, man. And I couldn't find a better way to go out and say, hey, fuck, chop me up. Chop me up. Yeah. And in Jewish faith, right? In Jewish faith, you're buried in a pine box with fucking wood nails because in the Jewish faith, your body's supposed to decompose back to the earth, man. So they no metal in a Jewish burial, no metal in the box. It's all pine. It's a pine box. That's what I'm thinking. They're just scratching the surface of the best way of recycling, right? And to other people's shrooms, glorious, right? My dear Uncle Jake. Any news? Trip 9. Yeah, David's sick. Yeah. That's why we're not seeing him, Trip 9. That's why we're not seeing him. He's pretty sick, dude. He's pretty sick. That's why we're not seeing him, Trip 9. That's why we don't see him. How sick is David? His blood pressure is, I can't believe it's not butter type deal. Real unhealthy, dude. Real unhealthy. I mean, when was the last time we seen David stand? When was the last time we seen his lower half? I mean, David, we know he's pushing. What he says, it is pride will make you keep digging if someone lowers ladder to get you out. Yeah. And that's, you're right, come on, it is David's life. It's all, yeah, it's all, David's all full of pride. But no, he's pretty sick, Trip 9. Imagine sitting there sweating. David's all, I break a sweat just sitting here. It was also a lot of work to sit here. Fucked up, dude. I know, come on, right? That's a good one. That's a good one. Just sits there and sweats. He's all, fuck, I just sweat by sitting here. Fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, he's so sick, his head hurts, his feet stink, and he doesn't love Jesus. And we're just talking about the 5-year Shutaway, Trip 9. I mean, dude, you're Christian, Trip 9. You know there's nothing biblical about this fucking 5-year Shutaway. We all know that. I'm not even Christian, and I know there's nothing in the Bible about fucking staying hidden with Jesus for 5 years. Breathing is the hardest exercise, dude. Yeah, it is. It is, man. Imagine David, right? It is like David. That's why he's got to sitting sideways, right? He's got to take the weight off his diaphragm because your diaphragm is it's right about here. It's right about in this area, right under your rib cage, just right here. And David, because he's fucking so overweight, right? Like he's either got to sit back, remember, and we've seen him sit really far back with his legs up, right? Again, to take the weight off of his diaphragm. Hey, Josh, man, Happy New Year, dude. Let's talk about you the other day, man. Happy New Year, dude. Yeah, chronic obstruction pulmonary disorder, exactly, COPD, but he doesn't smoke. Yeah, his heart is pumping fucking tapioca pudding, right? Now he's got to sit forward like this or back to take that weight off his diaphragm because he can't breathe, right? He's got a lot of a body weight up here with his shoulders, with his fucking his upper body. He doesn't even have a neck. He just got a head and body. Bakushka. Where he does this little arm. Pick at the badushka. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus said, go out and preach the gospel, David, not lock yourself up and fucking break a sweat sitting there, okay? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like, she kicked the badushka. Oh, that shit's gotta be fucking weird, yeah. I think he's wiping while he talks to us. That's why his dick, he wiggles around, right? He's like sitting back there kind of wiggling around, like trying to clean the dingleberries out of his butt, right? That's why he's sitting there wiggling around. Fucking nasty bastard, dude. The giving the Kung Fu Panda skadoosh. He came out for New Year's, Josh, and just pitching his typical bullshit. Well, what he's done now, Josh, is he's actually gone out to California. He sent Joseph out there to go grift money. Yeah, to go grift money from the people that have lost all the fucking houses in the fires and shit, man. It's disgusting. We reported him. Yeah, the amount of sweat coming out of him will flood his hiding spots. Yeah, that's what he's doing. When he's sitting there when he's shifting around in his chair, it's like he's looking for that fucking sweet spot in his maxi pad, I guess, where it doesn't like hurt his butt. Yeah, exactly. He's looking at Tony or fucking Daniel Guin or somebody. Yeah, he's looking at Tony or Daniel Guin. Come on, Tony, fix this. It was good, Freddie Lee. How was yours, man? It's good. Yeah. And there's videos that David has up too that he's pulled down and edited because they were just he was just totally dogging out the fucking staff. Yeah. It was good, Freddie Lee. Hit that like and subscribe, man. Yeah, and anybody who wants to report David for the scam that he's running out in California, there's the link. It's the Office of Attorney General. So yeah. And David, yeah, report his ass, man. You can only report him one time, so just do it. I've reported him already, man. And the more reports that go in, guess what? The more they're going to look at him. And the Office of the Attorney General is people you don't want to fuck with, man. When the OAG shows up at your door, you got a big fucking problem. In any situation. In medical coding, they have an OAG. And when the OAG shows up, you're fucked. Okay, when the OAG shows up, it's a bad day. OAG shows up with a warrant, you're like, you might as well just fucking bend over. Because they're going to be extremely invasive and they're going to make your life extremely uncomfortable for as long as they possibly can until they fix the problem. So yeah, I would report David to the OAG. If you're Christian and you don't like what David's doing with the fucking fires in California, scamming, go report him to OAG, man. Hey, what's up, Chris? Man, where the fuck you been, Chris? Brynjolfsson? You've been around for a while, man. Brynjolfsson. Yeah, so David's sick. He's been in Shutaway. He's going to continue to stay in Shutaway for years, man. Until the IRS bust him. Really, Chris? That's the only thing that's left. Yeah. David E. Taylor, Convoy Miracles is Joseph in an Uber. Yep. That's what they're going to get with this Convoy Miracles is Joseph in Uber. Who is healing people, but really is Joseph pushing them backwards. Yeah. Exactly. No foul, no problem. And I've welcomed David to a conversation. Hey, David, let's have a conversation. Mano y mano. But no, it's him calling me out, calling me a faggot pussy. I'm going to die if I don't repent. No, David, I'm here. Dude, you've even tried to send lawyers after me, David. And that didn't work. That didn't work, David. That didn't even work, David. I mean, really? I've even offered you for time, David. I've even offered you money for your time. Like, hey, David, come on the channel. Let's have a man-to-man talk, dude. Tell us about your doctrine. Tell us everything that you have done. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? You know what, Alicia? I think it's just time. I'm always going to point back to P. Diddy's case, man. The feds investigated P. Diddy for 16 years, man. 16 years the feds investigated P. Diddy, so I'm patient. I'm patient. I try to put it into perspective. Check this out. I had only been out of the military 3 years when the feds started investigating P. Diddy. David's deposition didn't even exist yet. We didn't see that until what? 2017? They were done in 2015? That's a long fucking time, man. When the feds get you, we were talking about this today earlier. Whenever the feds do get you, they get you and you're not getting out. Very slim to none that you're going to get out if you get nabbed up by the fucking FBI. It's just a waiting game. Keeps lining up with the dirt smug. Your nose, perfect spot, Uncle Jake. Think about it, Dave's been scamming 30 years, exposing him for 3, so yeah. Well, and with the reporting we've done and some of the things I found out, I just think it's a matter of time. As a matter of fact, I know it's just a matter of time because David's pride is going to be the ultimate downfall. Yep. Yeah, you're right. If the police are understaffed, it affects the feds. It does. It affects everybody. If the police are understaffed, the feds are understaffed. You know, I'd always thought about even applying for the FBI, but I don't know if I could. Because I do have a little bit of a record. It's not bad, but there is a little bit of a record there. So, yeah. Your screen's dirty. Screen is dirty. Amazing that his first book was about the dangers of pride, and that will 100 exactly, Josh. Right? David talks. Oh, so pride is the downfall, but that's going to be the one thing that brings him down is his own pride. Like David just his own brain doesn't know when to shut up, and that will be David's downfall. Yep, the stress. Oh, the stress, man. Talk about the stress with heart condition. Pfft, fuck, man. Like David probably has sleep apnea too. Just think about that. He's probably got to have a fucking sleep apnea machine because he probably stops breathing at night. Michelle's probably got to fucking punch him every so often because he stops breathing. She's like, boom, just socks him in the face. Wake up. Stop breathing again. But yeah, the stress alone will eat him alive. Yeah, that'll cause mad heart problems, stomach problems. Even Cliff even said when he gets stressed out, he's got GI problems. So yeah, Uncle Jake, my dad, was untreated. Yep. He used to walk around proud, then he went into hiding, still proud and standing. Now he's confined to his chair. I think we're gonna see him in like one of the like. I want the guy to be healthy because I want him to go to jail, man. I want him to face the justice system. Yep. Yep. Though you could argue that is his karma, exactly. Well, Alicia, in August he came out wishing death on me, then his mom died 2 months later. Is there any chance that David is a pious fraud? Like, does he actually believe he's doing... No, I think he's just a pious fraud. And he just believes himself. But he knows he's a fucking fraud. Oh yeah, Alicia. I don't know. I told you I pulled his credit report, right? I pulled his credit report a while ago. I think you've been off for a little while. Yeah. Yeah, no, he wished death threats not too long ago. August 30th. I was playing the video earlier, yeah. Um, anyways, long story short, and then his mom died 2 months later. So, yeah. Fat fuck came out saying, oh, you gonna die, Rich, and you a pussy. Calls me a pussy, Alicia. He's out, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. Calls me a pussy. And then I was gonna die if I didn't repent. Oh, 2 men enter, 1 man leave. I don't know who would. David probably would, just because he'd probably eat Catherine. He'd probably just swallow her. Yeah, it is, but that's what I heard too. His mom was always very kind. Hey, KK guy, what's up? Yeah, I remember that about the credit report, but I didn't hear about his mom. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, then a couple months later, his mom passed away. No, he did. And you know what, Josh? He didn't even go to his mom's funeral. Yeah, he didn't even go to his mom's funeral. He sent somebody to. He actually videoed his mom's funeral and put it on fucking YouTube, dude. That's weird, man. Like in your mom's like putting your mom to rest, and you want to air her fucking funeral. That's weird shit. I'm sorry. Like I see videos like that on YouTube, and I respect people that do it. But David, for you to do it, it's fucking weird. Okay, because of who you are. Like, have a little bit of fucking pride and dignity for your family, which you apparently don't, because you couldn't even show up to your mom's own fucking funeral. Dude, my mom won't even speak to me, but rest assured, if she calls me, I'm there, period. Yeah, I got a good, see, I got a good family unit, Josh. Like, I talk to my mom all the time. I'm glad, dude, because you know what? The love of a son will never die, dude. I don't give a fuck what any person says. Yeah. But love of a son for a mother, no, that never goes away, dude. Yep. Yep. If my mom needed me, I'm gone. Where you need me, mom? Yep. Jake's mom is a classy redneck. He's like, my mom was a classy ass redneck. She was a real classy woman. See the moonshine she used to make. So it really does make you go blind. Yep. She's a classy redneck. So will he go to jail? Don't be scared podcast. You know, that's... If more people report him, don't be scared podcast. Possibly, man. But it takes more people. No, I don't do meth legacy, but I used to be an addict, but I only did meth a handful of times, man. I did some meth one time, legacy. Dude, and that shit was fucking strong, man. I just don't... It's not for me, man. It's not for me. It really isn't. That shit is too powerful, man. When fucking powder... That's a problem, all right? I've done fucking mushrooms, and I've done some meth that made me hallucinate fucking worse than mushrooms, and that's a problem, man, all right? I don't know, but that's just... You know what? That's a common question that I get in here. Oh, he's on meth. Thought you want to talk drugs? Okay, yeah, I used to be an addict. I used to love putting shit up my nose, man. And that's... You know what? That's how I kind of kill those conversations. Yeah, I've done meth, but it wasn't for me. I can count on one hand how many times I've done meth. Is it? Okay, the mics are good. Mics are good, Irie. But yeah, no, I've done meth a handful of times. I can count on one hand how many times I've done meth, man. All right? If everybody must know, yes, I've done meth. My drugs of choice back in the day were ecstasy and Molly, specifically. Mushrooms, I used to love doing mushrooms. One of my favorites. I've only done LSD maybe 3 or 4 times in my life because it's just... Yeah. Meth was never my deal, man. But I used to love doing cocaine. I used to love doing blow, man. And if it came across the table, somebody offered it to me, guess what? I did it. I didn't care. Didn't care who offered it to me, where it came from, or what table it was on. You got a line for me, guess what? I'll do it. But not anymore. Because it was destructive, man. It's fucking bad for you. 42, man. Time for that shit's done and over with, all right? So if people want to come in here, oh, this guy's high on meth. You want to talk about drugs? Okay, let's have that talk real quick. Why? Because my eyes are baggy or I look skinny? Motherfucker, I got all my fucking teeth, okay? See? All my teeth are here. So, before people come in here spitting shit off, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just... Yeah, well, that's just the thing. People want to come in here and just be dumb because Legacy 96 probably was just sitting there scrolling through the fucking short feed with his dick in his hand, trying to fucking find some thirst trap that he could fucking wank his shit to, right? Oh, this guy's on meth. Why are you on meth? I'm going to fire back, Legacy, right? If you want to come in here shooting shit off, like, don't expect a soft response, okay? Because I'm going to fucking stand my ground and I'm going to talk shit back, all right? And that's how I know these work, all right? Legacy 96, because these feeds show up in the short feed, all right? And little fucking dick boys like to come in here and run their mouth and fucking sit there while they're fucking jerking their dick trying to find some fucking little thirst trap fucking 19-year-old shaking her ass in a fucking thong and a bikini. The fuck out of here, bro. I know how these feeds work, dude. I'm not going to sit here and take people coming in, oh, you dumb meth. Go for one of those fucking short feeds, man. Go to TikTok for that shit, dude. Go to TikTok. Go find some thirst trap on TikTok, bro. If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it here, okay? You're not going to find a thirst trap here. I promise you, you won't. You're going to get a fucking no bullshit answer, dude. What's up, Brazil? What up, what up? Welcome, Brazil. What up? Welcome, welcome. Brazil in the fucking easy. Legacy, what? He was wanting a fucking thirst trap. Yeah, David takes all the thirst for himself. He's on, no, don't take the thirst, okay? I'm thirsty. I'm the thirstiest fucking walrus around, okay? So I'll drink up the whole goddamn ocean, alright? Yeah, that's what happens when I do these pop-up lives. It's weird, like the way YouTube favors like certain streaming. It's like when I do random pop-up lives like this, it hits the shorts feed, then you get all these fucking just I don't know, people just trolling the fucking short feed, man. It's that's and I like doing long feed videos because that's just what I've always done. I don't typically post too many shorts because it's just, why are you gonna post a fucking 10-second video? Nope. Nope. Don't be scared podcast. I've never been in JMMI. I've never been a part of any organized religious movement. My family's never been a part of any cult. My family is, I did grow up in a religious setting, but I was never forced religion. I was able to, my parents let us do it on our own, which was really great. But no, I don't follow any kind of mainstream religion. I don't go to church. I have a Bible if I need one, and I know what I need to do if I need God. I don't go to social media and ask fucking Daniel Adams or fucking some dickhead on YouTube, hey, can I buy the anointing? I think if David used, I think if David went to California, his noxious fucking ass gas would just fume the fires and start another fucking wildfire. Now, the fuming fryer would fucking, yeah. He don't add to the problem. That's why he didn't go. He's like, I better. He's all, hey Joseph, I'm gonna hang back. I might. He's good at prophesying over his burgers, for sure. How the hell do you show up on short feed videos when small dick boys are looking for 19-year-old thong videos? I don't know, Chuck. When I go back and look at the analytics right now, though, and I look at certain videos, and these videos that I've been doing, because I've just been doing them from a cell phone, right? It's an old cell phone. Well, it's not older. It's an iPhone, but it's just not activated. When I do them, I don't know why, but they just hit the feed a different way. It's called, let's see. I think it's called, it hits like the vertical or the live feed. Okay, right now. Okay, so right now it's hitting the vertical live feed. All right, now I'll tell you guys the analytics right now as I'm getting them. So 42% are coming from the vertical live feed, 20% are coming from browse features, and 19% are coming from short feeds. That's the analytics on this video right now. So vertical live feed is getting 42% of the views. Direct feed, it's, let me see, let's take a peek here. Let's take a peek here. You guys are getting my analytics, man. I don't hide this shit from you guys. I'm not done. I don't have a reason to hide it. Yeah, so 42% is coming from the vertical live feed. Before, for some reason, it used to hit the shorts feed. I know, he's all, excuse me, your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna. Oh, man. Yeah. Ooh, the word owes me a living. Was it Steve's daughter? Was it Steve's daughter? Or was it somebody else? I thought it was Vicky Yohe for a minute. But yeah, let's take a peek here. So 178 views. Yeah. Now, if I were to just put it up as Full Frontal Investigation is live, it would hit a different feed. Steve Smith, Vicky talked to him too. Yeah. I don't know where Steve is. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen that guy. Yep. Short form tickles the ADHD. Yeah, that's why I don't do short form videos. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't do short form, man. Precisely why I don't do the short form feed is because it drives the anxiety, man. Collect the whole set. Collect the whole set. He's on quantables. Collect the whole set. Yeah. Yeah, he called Rich a pussy because Rich Holmes got under his skin. Rich Holmes got under his skin. David's all, Dookie Bowls. Collect the whole set. I bet that's how David makes extra money. He fucking uses the shit flakes from his fucking maxi pads, and then he makes these little fucking David E. Taylor style guano bowls, but they're actually made from his shit. It's not bad droppings. It's David droppings, but it's his dingleberries. Oh man. Yeah, no. And I've shared that video out to other YouTubers, like, hey, dude, this is what this guy does. Like, imagine getting under a cult leader's skin so bad that he has to come out. And he has to fucking call you a pussy. Shikaka. Right? That's what David's favorite saying is shikaka. He's all, but it's shit caca, okay? But yeah, imagine. I'm just starting to think about that now. I got it all over my channel. Don't Be Scared podcast. If you can use my content, just give me the credit, bro. That's all I ask, okay? If you're going to use this shit on my channel, just give me the credit. Put a link in the video or a link to my channel. It's all I ask, man. There is so much fucking content on my channel about this cult, bro. If you want it, by all means, please use it. Just give me the credit, bro. That's all I ask. That's it. Okay? And I do. I see I've been watching your channel too, man. Don't be scared. We need more people to come out and speak up against these people, man. It can't just be one fucking cornbread-fed white guy, right? I mean, this guy's wished us death, fucking sent me legal letters, threatened to sue me. It's like, and this guy's a Christian, man. This guy's claiming to be a prophet. Called me people's faggots, pussies. You better repent if you don't. The fuck, man? The fuck, dude? Where's the rest of the Christian church at? Saying, all right, nah, this is enough. Where's the rest of the church, right? The church, the people, saying, you're done. Nope. Where's the government that's so willingly handing out the exemptions to these cults, man, that are laundering the money? Shikaka. Shikaka. Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago. He's all, you're out. Go on. Nope, you're out. Get on. Go. He's all, oh. Dude, that's one of the best. Chicago. Yeah, they need to be marked, dude. And David's pretty much marked. Don't Be Scared podcast. David's marked. We've marked him, man. And he knows that. How could it be, though? That's the thing, Joshua. I don't get it. There's so much social media out there. Like, how are people oblivious to it? Fuck, I come across all these guys all fucking day. It's like never-ending feeds on my end. Cover up and move on. Okay. Chicago. Yeah, it's easier to cover up and move on. That's the thing. It is. It's just easier to cover it up, brush it under the rug. Hey, you know what? Let's move on. Robert Morris. Fucking Robert Morris, that pedophile. Fucking sick fuck is rebranding, man. Yeah, Robert Morris, hang on. I bet you the limits to their devices and stuff like that. Yeah, he does. He does. No, they do. No, they David limits his people, yeah. Oh, he's rebranding. No, hang on. Yeah, it's the whole not my business mentality. Well, I guess when it's your child, then it'll be an issue. It's not an issue until it's their child. That's when it will become an issue. Just remember that. It won't be an issue until it's somebody's important, until it's their child. Then something will be done. Okay, yeah, so here it is. So Robert Morris made a new channel. It's called Robert Morris. It joined November 4th, 2024. He's already got 19,000 views on it, 574 subscribers and 19 videos. He's rebranding. Oh, and you know what? Yep. Mr. fucking Perfect. God, this guy just screams fucking pedophile. When you look at him, you're like, dude, that guy's a fucking pedo. Todd Bentley's trying to make a comeback again, too. These people have no shame. The Palace Dest. Dream to Destiny. Pastor Robert Morris. And this is an older video. He's uploading old videos.
To destiny, I want you to turn to two passages of Scripture. Genesis 39. This is the story of Joseph. Part of the story of Joseph. It's about Genesis 37 to about Genesis 47, I believe. And so you could read that during this series.
Of course, he censors all the comments too.
Genesis 39, open your Bibles, and then put a marker at Hebrews chapter 3.
Yeah, he's trying to rebrand.
I want it out.
Oh, there's comments on here about how he's touching little 12-year-old girls and shit. Yeah. He lied. He said young women. It was a child. He's sick. And yep. The fact he continued to refer to her as a young woman, not call it what it was. Yep. Sexual assault of a child. And you know that at that point, YouTube should have just taken his fucking channel down. And people are saying you should be in prison for sexually abusing a child. Yeah. No shame. Robert Morse has no shame either. No. Why would they? These guys are fucking above everybody. The fuck?
Leviticus 25:10. It says in Leviticus 25:10, it shall be a jubilee for you. Hallelujah. Praise God.
I can't even watch her. I think I'm gonna go and wrap it up there, though, guys. For the time being, once I get back in the studio, we'll start working on some of these other fucking asshole prosperity gimps, including Robert Morse, Daystar. Some people have been asking me to go in on the Mormon Church too, but I don't know how to go about that. You're talking an entire process, man. But yeah, ready to get through this cold, man. So once I get back in the studio, man, we'll open up the phone, get some more people on. I'm gonna study today a bit too, even though it's a federal holiday. I'm gonna get down and study for a while. But David, I want you to know that we're still watching you, man, and you can't fucking run from us. You can't hide. All the bullshit you're doing, David, is a testament to what you truly are. Like, David, we've offered you time and time again just to come out man to man. Have a fucking decent conversation with us, but you can't even do that. So that's why we're continuing to do what we do, David, is because you've continued to hide. You've continued just to bitch your way out of everything and think you're above everybody else. But your pride in the end, David, is what's going to get you. So with that being said, David, have a good day. I hope you freeze your fucking ass off today, by the way, David. Everybody else stay warm, David, and I hope you shit your